Live poker as we get ready from action down into Rio Grande Valley. Going to be starting 8-handed for this 1-2 hold'em. In seat 1, we got the computer guy. He's in for 500. Seat 1 is actually Cho. He's in for 300. Seat 2 is Kid. He's also in for 100. That is the minimum. Seat 3, we have the computer guy. He's in for the maximum, 500. Seat 5, we have Thresidas. He's in for 400. Seat 6, Frank. He's in for the maximum, 500. Seat 7, Ajo. So we are starting 8-handed here. So I believe we're live. And we already have an all in.
Seven jacks.
So all in on the first hand. And the King Queen is going to get there against the Ace King. That's Kid winning the first hand. All right, so I believe the link that was set up for this stream is not working, but a different link is working. So if you're able to hear me, let me know, as I do have access to the chat. Don't see anything in the chat just yet. Kings for Thresidas, going to be a queen high flop already, $210 in the pot. He's going to be sliding out a continuation bet of about 75. And Thresidas will take it down as we do have the final seat being taken. All right, I think we're good now. We were streaming on the wrong YouTube channel. Well, right YouTube channel, but wrong link on the YouTube channel, as we have Aho raising it up to 25 with the ace 10 of hearts, getting a quick call from Adrian. Cajun Asian folding. Cho making the call with the ace. And we are going to be going 3 ways to a flop. The king queen with the best equity right now, but the ace 10 going to hit top pair. And looks like he's sliding out about 2/3 pot. Cho making the call with the 9. Also has backdoor clubs, as the pot's already $200. And a small bet here from Aho. Probably just should have put his opponent all in. One of the reasons why you always want to know how many chips not only you're playing, but how many chips your opponent has. And there's the all in. And Aho will take down the pot. Now the blinds are 1-2. The minimum buy-in is $100. Maximum buy-in is $500, with the option to match the stack. So as I said, we're on the right channel, just had the wrong link set up, and we got that taken care of now. Just trying to make sure everything is situated right, as we're still getting settled in here, getting ready for hand number 5. As I said, we are live on the YouTube comments. We are live on the YouTube comments as we now have a full table. And looks like seat 1 rebuying there. Ace King for Cho. He rebought for $400. And he's going to raise it up to 15. Kid with the quick call. And it is folded around to the big blind. So the graphics catching up, but I believe we are going heads up to a flop here. No, the big blind actually called. Looks like we got a little chatter in the chat. Yeah, we missed 3 hands. Sorry about that. Nothing but clubs. Nobody with a club in their hand. The ace king is still good. And the ace king will take it down. All right, I think we got everything settled now. Everything should be good to go. All right, so from the top, welcome to TCH Live. Tonight's action coming from the Texas Card House Rio Grande Valley. We're playing 1-2 with a $100 minimum buy-in, a $500 max with the option to match the stack. The biggest stack right now is Thresidas with $559 as we get ready for hand number 6. Cajun Asian there in seat 9, going to fold the 7 deuce. Folded around to Frank on the button, who makes the call with the ace, and Adrian going to be raising it up with the ace, queen of diamonds, and that doesn't scare anybody. All of the limpers making the call. Frank might do the same, but no, he does fold the ace. And we are going 5 ways to a flop. So even though this is a 1-2 game, you can see the pot's already over $100. 5 ways to the flop we go. And it's going to be a king high flop. Nobody with a king, nobody with a heart.
Oh, every quarter. Yeah. You have Raiders? I'll take the Broncos. Yeah. 10.
Ace high still out in front. So last hand, ace king still out in front on the turn, and the same deal here. And the ace queen gonna bet and should be able to take it down here. So really goes to show you how hard it is to make a pair. And if you've ever played bomb pots, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. As that pot is gonna take Adrian now to the leaderboard. Adrian in only for $100. And he is up already $165. The computer guy down $74. It's showing Ajo's in the green, but I know he did lose a pot, so something got punched in wrong there, as he did have to rebuy. There is a button straddle, so action will start to the left. Action does not jump the blinds. It was Cho that rebought. And Ajo, who did straddle, is going to check his option. And he's going to hit top pair. Middle pair for the Cajun Asian. Might lose some more chips here as Ajo puts out the continuation bet. Getting a quick call from the Cajun Asian. And Cho calling here with just the 9 high. Deuce on the turn, changing nothing. Pot's already over $70. It does go check around to Ajo, and he's going to put out another bet. Cajun Asian saying, why didn't I raise pre-flop? And I'm pretty sure he's just in for $100, so that's going to take his stack down to $56, but he will cut his losses. And Ajo picking up another pot. As I said, we are live on the YouTube comment. I do know our Houston location is also streaming right now. The Houston location streaming Big O, if you like the 5 cards.
There you go.
We are streaming the more traditional Hold'em here down in South Texas. So we do have a double straddle, $6 under the gun, and then a $12 re-straddle. So that's going to put the action on Carlos, who does call the re-straddle with the suited queen. Frank with the king queen, going to be raising it up here. Pretty big size in here for Frank. Oh, and he's going to run into it. Did Adrian just call with the aces? Really sneaky here. Just flatting with the aces, and you can see that's going to bring along Cho. Cho's been very splashy early on here. And the computer guy is going to bring him along too with the sevens. That's going to be the Umbrella IT group. As we already have ourselves a $300 pot. Adrian on the button being very sneaky here with the aces. Let's see if it pays off for him. It looks like it's going to pay off for him. Real safe flop there. Don't need to worry about diamonds too much, as you do have the ace of diamonds in your hand. And really don't have to worry about anybody having a 5 in this this big pot. And to be honest with you, if they have the 5, they have the 5. You're going all in with the aces, which is exactly what Adrian does here. Not sure what Cho's thinking about here with just Jack high, especially with some players left to act behind him. But as I said, he has been splashy tonight. He'll let it go. See if the computer guy's able to get rid of it. He is not. So Adrian getting really sneaky with the aces here. I'm sure his opponents are going to be very surprised when they see his hand. And they're going to go twice, so the computer guy's going to have 2 chances to hit the ace. 2 chances to hit the 7, shall I say.
Chop it up.
And the aces are going to wind up with 2 full houses. So Adrian getting really tricky with the aces and paying off as he doubles. As he's in for $100 and his stack is already over $600. You can see this hand taking place at 7:30. That is Central Time, Texas time. Yeah, Adrian in for $100 there in seat 8. The lower left-hand corner, the 673, that's how much he is up. And obviously, that last pot was the largest pot of the night thus far, but we're less than 10 hands in. Yeah, something got cleared out there. So action on the computer guy who just doubled up Adrian. We'll get rid of the 10-6. Carlos going to be putting on a $15 raise with the K9. Quick call from Thresidas. Frank does the same with his suited ace. Ajo also with a suited ace. So we got 3 players with spades, 1 player with diamonds. And it is the ace-5 that's going to outflop everybody. Carlos, your pre-flop raiser, does flop a gut shot, so he is going to put out the continuation bet here. Only $25. Frank getting a good price, thinking about peeling, but he'll think better. And Ajo, who did outflop, will make the call with the 5. 3 of clubs changing nothing. Let's see if Carlos slows down, and he does indeed. It does go check, check, and we will see a river. And Carlos going to hit the 9 on the river, which is going to give him the best hand. Will any more money go into the pot? And Carlos putting out a small $40 bet here. A little blocker bet that's going to get the job done. So if you're just tuning in, we are getting ready for hand number 10, as we do see the pre-flop raisins here. It's that there on the bottom, number of times a player has raised pre-flop. Normally, I don't like these stats early on. Normally, once we get about 20 hands in, then they're more true. Right now, they can be a little bit skewed. As Cho did put on a button straddle for $10. No, that's $8. Frank raised it up last time with the king and raising it once again. Aho with the suited king going to be making a call. And Adrian with aces again. But this time, he is going to put on a raise. Might get action from Aho. And let's see if Aho does give him the action. He has 40% of a royal flush in his hand. And yes, indeed, he is going to give him action here as we go heads up to a pot of over $300. Almost $400. $349 in this 1-2 game, folks. Double gut shot for Aho. A queen or an 8 makes him a straight. And Adrian checking the flop, and we're going to go all the way to the river, and Aho is going to crack the aces. So went checked all the way down. A little surprised that there was no continuation bet from Adrian there. Last time he got tricky pre-flop with the aces. This time he gets tricky post-flop. This time it doesn't work out for him, though, as his opponent does hit a straight on the river. That's the bad news. The good news is his opponent checked the river. We do have a $7 button straddle. Action will start to the left. To the left of the straddle. It really depends on where you play, how they treat the straddle. The button straddle. Some places don't even allow button straddles. Aho with the ace-jack, just calling the button straddle. Fives is going to his option. So heads up we go. And Kid going to flop a full house. Let's see if he checks. He is not going to check. Yes, he does. The low pump fake. Suicide king on the turn. Now he needs to start putting some money in here. Checks again. Wow. So these players playing nice early on here. And I do mention sometimes you see that at the beginning of the streams. Not necessarily the players playing nice, but normally around the first 10 hands, the players will either play a little bit tighter than they normally play or a little bit looser than they normally play. I would say seat number 1, Chow there, playing a little bit looser than he normally plays. And a lot of times that's just to try to establish a table image. Sometimes you do want to use the first 5 or 10 hands as just kind of a feel-out period to see how your opponents are going to play. I believe that is a straddle from Frank there. So I do see Fletcher in the chat. Not a fan of the check-in. How about a fan of a 8-way flop? No, 7. I can't count it. 6. 6 times 8 is 48. So 6 players in the pot. And Carlos gonna lead out here with his open ender. And he is getting a call from basically all the opponents. Very small lead, $12 into 48 with his open ender. Cho with the best hand right now with the ace. And still has the best hand as the deuce peels off. Nobody with diamonds. And Cho gonna bet his ace. Carlos gonna call him with the open-ended. At least they're not running it twice, somebody in the comments. So Aho still with the gut shot, needed an 8, will make the call. And instead, the open ender of Carlos will come through. $228 in the pot, $277 in his stack. It looks like he's gonna cut out a small bet here. Betting about a fourth, less than a fourth of the pot, about 20% of the pot. And Cho will look him up. Over a $300 pot going to Carlos. And I do believe this is Carlos's first time playing on the stream. Normally I will talk to the players before the stream just to get a little rundown. But tonight I am doing the remote commentating. I'm actually in Minnesota right now. This stream taking place from South Texas. But I came up to Minnesota for the weekend. So action is on Aho, who has the Chad Johnson. That is Ocho Cinco. And he's going to limp. Adrian with the 10-7 has already had aces twice tonight. He does the same. And looks like Frank is going to punish the limpers. Raises it up to 25. And this should get the job done. Actually, Aho calling. Must be a fan of Chad Johnson, calling with the 8-5 offsuit here. Kid also making the call with the 5-3. Gut shot for Aho. Pretty good board for Frank to put out the continuation bet. The only problem is it is multi-ways, but he is going to take the opportunity to slide out about half pot size bet here. Actually about a third. I would imagine Aho's calling. He called a $25 raise pre-flop with 8-5, flops a gut shot. Don't think Kid is calling, but I do think Aho's calling. No, he lets it go. And that'll get the job done. So Frank taking it down. Frank, a part-time dealer here at the Texas Card House. And he's in the negative right now as he made a play earlier and ran into aces. Normally the play would work out. So we do have David Guzman, also known as Goose. He is actually one of the dealers tonight. So Cho with the Dolly Parton working 9-5, gonna raise it up. Kid with the quick call. And Carlos put it on the 3 bets with the 8s. Size it a little on the small side. Normally you want to size up if it's multi-ways. And you can see he is getting a caller from Ajo with the suited ace. And that should bring both his opponents along. So $8 straddle getting 2 calls. So normally you want to take that $8, multiply it by 3, so you're at 24, and then you add $8 more for any callers. So probably should have made it 8 times 5. Probably should have made it closer to 40. He is still in front right now, but his opponent flops a flush draw and is betting the flush draw. Only one overcard to worry about, so Carlos is going to make the call here. And Ajo with the ace high should be getting out of the way. And does. So heads up we go, flush draw versus pocket pair. And that is a gross card for Cho to hit. And he's going to go all in. So he was on a flush draw, but he hits a pair. That pair is going to be good for the $386 pot. As we get ready for hand number 15 at 15 in Español. Straddle announced. Perhaps a re-straddle as well. So this is a 1-2 game. Normally we play 1-3 on the main floor.
Cho.
So yes, $4 under the gun straddle. Cho raising with his ace rag. He has a 1 and a 6 in his hand. Raises it to 16 as Tres Mentiras has the jacks. That's going to put on the bet. Had a little lag there. I think we're good now. So 4 ways we go to a pot that's over $200. 5 high flop. The 9s of Frank might get in trouble here. Gut shot for both Cho and Carlos. Tres Mentiras is going to slide out a bet here. Pretty healthy bet. See if Frank's able to get away. I think with the bet size, then Frank will be able to get away. He knows Tres Mentiras normally doesn't get out of line, and that he probably wouldn't be getting out of line multi-ways. He is betting 150 into 3 different opponents. Let's see if Frank's able to figure it out. This is basically for half of Frank's stack, and Frank figures it out, so nice fold by Frank. But Cho is not folding, as he does have the ace as an out and also has the 4 as an out. Tres Mentiras does make the call. And let's see if we go once or twice. Oh, there's the 4 for Cho. Tres Mentiras getting his jacks cracked. So granted, we've seen less than 20 hands thus far, but Cho has definitely been the most splashiest. He's in a gambling mood tonight, and his gamble pays off here to the tune of $861. He's got the white chips, the red chips, and the green chips. as that is now the largest pot of the night. Over $800. Adrian with his aces at $600. Adrian also with the aces, but this time losing a $349 pot. So 2 of the players involved in 4 of the biggest pots thus far tonight. Adrian with the King Jack, just gonna make the call of the straddle. There's a $7 button straddle. Frank put it on the $7 button straddle. Excuse me, that's Aho put it on the $7 button straddle. Frank making the call with the Chad Johnson. And we are going 7 ways to a flop. Somebody's hand is not showing on the graphics. Only 6 hands are able to show. But we are going 7 ways. 7 times 7 is 49 according to my public education math. And it is Cho who hits a 7. He has the best hand right now. Best equity is Frank. This is based upon cards that have been folded, as the action tracker does keep track of the cards that have been folded as well. And there's the 2 pair for Frank. The 8 has not registered yet, so there we go. The 8 has now registered, and now the numbers are 77% towards Frank. Let's see if he puts out a big bet here. $130 in the pot, probably betting about 70, maybe 80. He bet 70. And Cho, who did have mid pair, had the best hand. But obviously he's worried about somebody having a queen or somebody hitting a straight. He will let it go. And Frank will drag the pot. As I mentioned, seat 1. It's been the most, here we go, 3 bet percentages. Thresidas up at 14%. Adrian, who's had aces twice, up at 14% as well. As we do have a $6 button straddle. I believe that's $6 from, I was going to say the Cajun Asian, or is he the small blind? Oh, it's Adrian. Yeah, Adrian's a seat 8. So Adrian put it on the $6 button straddle, and you can see that everybody's just calling here. And Frank's going to punish the limpers. Takes it up to 40, Shorty. And Cho is not in the folding mood. I don't know what he had for breakfast. But he did not come to the stream to fold. He's calling with the Jack 7 offsuit. Frank has him dominated right now. That's going to bring along the computer guy, who Frank also has dominated. Computer guy cannot hit the clubs, as Frank has better clubs. And Cho cannot hit the Jack, as Frank has a better Jack. And Cho's going to hit the flop real good. Flops a pair and a flush draw. It does go check around, though. And that's going to give a straight draw now to the computer guy. Cho going to put out a small bet here. And this should get it done. And will. So normally I try to keep everybody updated with the Thursday night football game score, as we do take a look at the BPIP here. 5 players in at least 50%. And of course the coolers will be the aces getting cracked, leading the way. So not going to give you the updates tonight for the football game, as I am doing the remote stream. So my setup a little bit different than it is at home. Frank just going to limp here for the $2 as Adrian raises it up with the suited connectors. Cajun Asian making the call, Kid making the call. You can see everybody wanting to see flops. Frank gets priced in, and we are going 6 ways to the flop. King high flop. Aho with the king. Carlos with the open ender. Carlos actually has the best equity right now, as there are a lot of aces and 9s available. Cho with the king 9 has the best hand right now. Does not want to hit a 9 though. Frank with a gut shot needing a 10 comes along. And there's the ace for Carlos. Hitting the nuts, the best hand possible. And he's going to bet. 190 in the pot. And that looks like 75. Cajun Asian announcing all in, drawn dead. He only had $3 left. Was in for the minimum, but he is going to have to rebuy here. A jack or a deuce will not help him. So Cajun Asian with the immediate muck once his opponent revealed his cards. And let's see how much that takes Carlos to stack up to. Yeah, so Carlos now with over $500 in front of him. Over $200 of that is profit. 4 players in the green, 5 players in the red. The computer guy who got his ran his 7s into aces, down over $300. Thresidas down over $200. $8 button straddle. So Cho put in the $8 on. Kid with the quick call has the 2 face cards. Carlos just went in the last pot, going to try to play his rush. And Frank coming along with the suited ace. Seven high flop, as we have 2 players hit bottom pair with the deuce. Frank with the ace kicker, and he's going to bet his deuce. Cajun Asian, who just rebought, makes the call with just jack high. Guess he has a feeling. Frank gonna hit 2 pair. 90% to win right now against 3 other opponents. And how much is he gonna bet? 130 in the middle. And that looks like 55. Aho has a pair and a straight draw. And he will make the call.
Largest lead for the Raiders. Largest first quarter lead they've had in over a year. 7 whole points.
So Frank going to wind up with aces up. $240 in the middle. Frank with $255 in his stack. Does he go for it all? It looks like he's going to bet about half his stack.
6 bets, 115. 7.
Yeah, bets 115. And that gets the job done. Let's see if that gets Frank in the green. Nice hand. And Frank, $5 in the red. He's in for the maximum 500. This is a 1-2 game. Normally we spread 1-3 on the main floor. But changing it up for the stream, giving some new players a chance to play on the stream. And I can honestly say I don't think I've ever played with Carlos before. Carlos up about $200 right now. He's there in seat 4. I don't think I've played with him before. Apparently the Raiders are winning. But as I said, I got a different setup here as I am doing remote commentating tonight. I am in Minnesota right now, as we do have a jack high flop. So Adrian with the jack, Cho with the 10. And let's see if Adrian gets in trouble.
Oh, baby.
Is that a $2 bet? No, it's a $20 bet.
Go. Look at Sean Payton. Yeah, he wants to go. Yep, let's go. 3 yards. Take some help.
So Adrian does slow down here. Cho is going to put up the 40, and Adrian will make the call, needing to hit a jack to retake the lead. Oh, he should be betting here. Oh, and he puts out a quick bet. So nice bet from Adrian, as it's very rare, especially in lower stakes, that somebody folds a full house. So Adrian bet in $100 into the 222, and his opponent snapped calling. I actually don't blame his opponent for calling there, as sometimes you are going to be chopping. But in that situation where you do hit the full house on the river, and you figure that your opponent also has a full house, you should always be betting, because it's very rare somebody's going to be holding a full house. So $8 live straddle under the gun. You are allowed to straddle under the gun. Up to half your stack. The minimum is $4. The minimum is twice the amount of the big blind, double the big blind. Looks like Frank is the one that put on the straddle. And Aho with the ace-king just calling. Adrian also with the H just calling. But Joe, who actually has the worst hand right now, but he has been the most aggressive, and he's going to be raising it up to 37. Let's see if the ace-king re-raises here. I do like a re-raise from the ace-king here, just because there's a player between you two, and ace-king does not play well out of position. So if he makes this call, he's going to be out of position against at least one player, probably 2 players. So let's see if Aho does put on the 3-bet. He does not. I was going to say this might even bring along the Cajun Asian, and does. Cajun Asian only has $35 behind. And there's the king. And Joe putting out the continuation bet here. Multi-ways. $80. Ace King giving a call. And another full house. Aho needs to go for some value here. And he does put out a very small bet here, hoping to get a call. But his opponent does not fall for it. He will show the Ace King. Yeah, so normally I'm able to show the comments on the screen, but not tonight as part of the remote commentating, as we do see Adrian in the lead, followed by Cho, Aho, and Carlos. It's showing the Cajun Asian's only down $5, but I know he had to rebuy, so I believe he's down $105. But we do have somebody new running the action tracker, and I know sometimes if you punch something in wrong, it does mess up all the information.
Stop. Get him. Oh my God, dead.
Frank just making the call with the suited connectors. Adrian does the same, but Cho raises it up to 60. And he's going to get a call from the computer guy. I think the computer guy got a little bored, hadn't played a hand in a while. Frank likes the 7-8 suited, but not for $60. He will let it go.
Oh, baby.
I was thinking about it here with just 6 high. And he makes the call. So even though the stakes are low, these players are definitely being splashy.
Is that wrong? How many? 4?
2 pair for the ace-10, and I believe Adrian had 3s. If I'm not mistaken, Adrian had 3s. So he would have flopped the set here. Would have been a cooler. Top 2 versus a set, but he did fold. The computer guy has a gut shot, gonna go with his hand here. Cajun Asian also with a gut shot, only has $35. He's probably gonna go with his hand too. And Aho with just 6 high here. $110 for him, he'll let it go. So Cho flopping 2 pair, gonna have to avoid 2 different gut shots. King for the Cajun Asian, a queen for the computer guy.
All right, here we go.
And there is the straight for the computer guy.
Outside pot first. 2 hearts.
So there was a small side pot, but I believe the computer guy was in both of it. So he will be scooping.
My wife says you're the best.
So the computer guy now taking his stack up to 387. I believe he was in for 500. Let's see if the graphics are correct. Cajun Asian back for $100. Yeah, it's showing the Cajun Asian's even, but this is his 3rd buy-in, so he's actually down $200. Computer guy in for 500. That math adds up. So I think what's happening is when a player rebuys, because I know Cho rebought, Cajun Asian rebought, something is not getting punched in right on the rebuy from the action tracker.
Oh.
These players are very interested in the Thursday night game. Joe raising it up with the ace-jack.
Oh shit, it's on.
I'm sorry.
So Kid is all in for $56 with the queen jack offsuit. I'm not sure how you can go by Kid when you have a gray beard, but Daniel Negreanu is known as Kid Poker, and he's over 50 years old. So Kid with the gray beard, he's all in there in seat 2. I guess it's a salt and pepper beard. More salt than pepper. And Kid gonna get lucky here, as he could only hit a queen. The jack was not good for him, but he hits the queen twice just to be sure. Cho needed a 10 for a straight, as it does go check, check. Small bet here from Cho with just the ace high. And Aho with just the ace. We'll finally let it go. Cajun Asian is all in, needing a heart. Actually, he has $9 behind. He does go runner, runner, heart. Cajun Asian betting $5 on the river. And did his opponent call the $5 with ace high? So the Cajun Asian is now up $8. Has $308 in his pack. Just jam. Not sure if he is gonna straddle under the gun, but I do feel that one of these players is gonna straddle. Either the Button Frank or the Cajun Asian under the gun. Kid rebuying. Yeah, Kid rebuying for 100, and it's showing that he's even, but he is not. Already had 4 pots, actually 5 pots over $300 tonight. Yeah, Frank did put on the button straddle. And Cho going to be raising it up with the king queen up to 40, 40 in Espanol. Frank going to be defending his straddle, but he is on the button, so he will play his button here. Feels like he can outplay the players. Feels like he can outplay his opponent. And he's going to flop open-ended. Cho also going to flop open-ended. We might see some fireworks here. Cho was your pre-flop raiser. I do expect them to put out a continuation bet here. $160 in the pot. It does check to him. And here comes the continuation bet. It's a big one. 150, almost a pot-sized bet here. Although he does have a ton of equity here. Has 2 overcards and an open-ender. Does have a ton of outs. So Frank is going to call with his own open ender. You can see Frank's outs on top of your screen. And his opponent is going to get there right on the turn. Oh, his opponent checks. Frank goes all in. Frank got trapped here. Frank going to need a, yeah, Frank's drawn dead.
31.
So Frank going to be left with $74 after this hand. Don't know if he's going to add on and rebuy. But Joe with the king queen turning the nuts. Frank did hit a pair. Decided to apply max pressure to his opponent, but his opponent did have the best hand. And Cho gonna be making the call, or Cho gonna be winning the $800 pot. I don't know about you, but I would much rather watch a splashy small stakes game than a tight high stakes game. Because if they're all in for $100, if they're all in for $1,000, it is very fun that way, as that's the second $800 pot of the night. Yeah, a tight high stakes game is actually kind of boring. I mean, I guess it's kind of cool that they're playing for thousands of dollars, but if the chips are on lockdown, are they really playing for that amount? Trust me, sir, not on lockdown here at the Texas Card House. Frank gonna be going all in here. So Frank made a move earlier with king high, ran into aces, and now a move again, and this time he runs into kings. He's all in for 6. He can only crack a little smile. Yeah, I think actually he wants all these calls. He wants to try to get lucky, but he's gonna have to hit the 10 a couple of times. Queen does nothing. Oh, Joe has a 10 as well, so yeah, Frank's gonna have to hit a straight. Frank's gonna want a jack on this flop. So Frank all in for 6-7. That deserves a like button. I mean, literally, he's all in for 6-7. Make sure you do hit the like button. That's how I get paid. As we are going 5 ways to a pot of over $300. And 2 pair for Aho. Let's see if he bets his 2 pair. Kid going all in with the kings. Saw that there was over $300 in the pot. He only had $33 behind, and he's all like, you have the ace, you have the ace. And his opponent has the ace. So I don't know if there's a king left deck, because we can see that Cho has the king. So Kid might be down to 1 out. Frank is going to be runner. Going to need a queen. Going to need a king or a jack. All the kings might be gone. There's only 1 left if there is a king left. So it does have the check mark for Aho, but as I said, his opponents can go runner. Okay, he has a full house, so now the pot is locked up. $400 pot going to Aho. And Frank gonna have to rebuy. Oh, he's ready to go. Had the chips ready to go. And how much is he gonna put in play? It's a minimum 100, maximum 500, or match the stack. He might be thinking about matching a stack here. Let's see how much he's gonna put in play. Looks like 300. We do have a dealer change. So during the dealer change, let me catch up with the comments here, as my setup is a little bit different. I am doing remote commentating. Normally, I am at the Texas Card House Rio Grande Valley, but I am traveling this weekend. Hello, Fletcher. Yeah, so Frank coming back for 300. As the chips are definitely flying, so about an hour into tonight's stream, we do have a dealer change. Normally here at the Texas Card House, the dealers will change out every half hour. But for the stream, they do stay for the hour. As we have no straddles here. The computer guy limping, Carlos with the ace jack, should be putting on a raise. It looks like 15. Dealer does confirm we do have Ashley in the box. Aho calling the race with the dirty diaper. And we are going 5 ways to the flop. And it's going to be an ace, excuse me, a king high flop. Adrian should be putting out a bet here if it does get checked to him. And he's going to put out a bet, but it is a small bet. Bet in about a third of the pot here. 20 into 76. Carlos left with an ace, now picks up a 4 as an out. Adrian still with the best hand, and now he's going to size up his bet a bit. Takes it up to 50. Carlos picking up some extra outs will make the call. And it looks like we do have a seat available, as a kid did not rebuy.
Gotta give it back.
And Adrian winds up with the best hand. Does he put out another bet on the river? Oh, it looks like Carlos is going to bluff here. The bluff is not going to work. Yeah, Carlos sliding out 80, 75, and Adrian will make the call. Yeah, Adrian just replaying the hand in his head, but he's going to come to the conclusion, and he makes the call. Carlos checked the flop, called a bet, checked the turn, called a bet, and then led for the river. Line in general doesn't make sense. And Adrian figured it out, made the call with the king, and takes it down. So once again, if you're just tuning in, we actually have 2 streams tonight on this same channel, TCH Live Poker. We're streaming from our Houston location as well. They are playing Big O. So So if you're a fan of the 5 cards, you can check them out. If you're a fan of Hold'em, we'll take a seat for a while, stay for a while. Thresidas was just the limp. Frank going to be raising it up to 15. And Adrian had aces twice early on, now has kings. He announces 70. Oh, Chow making the call here with the suited ace. And that brings Frank along. And that should bring Ajo along as well, as we do have somebody getting ready to take seat 2. So big pot here, $284. 3 players with clubs trying to go clubbing on this Thursday night. But I don't think the clubs are open yet. Frank flopping open ender. He has less than a pot size bet left. He just might rip it here. He's definitely not folding. He's just thinking, do I go all in here? And he says yes. So Frank gonna need to hit an ace or a 6. Adrian will be making the call with the kings. Frank does have backdoor clubs possibilities, but we can see that 2 of his opponents have a club in their hand. Matter of fact, all of his opponents have a club in their hand. So 8 clubs accounted for, of course, 13 clubs in the deck.
Get in. Get in there.
So Joe will finally let go of his hand, and we can see that there are a decent amount of aces and 6s left. And there's the 6, so Frank gonna crack the kings. Adrian got his aces cracked earlier and now gets his kings cracked. And Frank will win $444. That is the profit. $300 of it was his, but he does profit the Jeff Davis. 4 for 4. 4 4 4 4. So somebody taking seat 2. It's going to be Rob, and I believe he's in for 100, the minimum. Dealer confirming the count. Yeah, so he is going to wait a hand, as you cannot come in on the small blind on the stream. In a normal cash game, you can, but on the stream, you cannot.
Not too sure. Probably went all right.
Cajun Asian with the Jack 10 will make the call. And Cho checks his option. Between the 2 of them, they have a straight. 6-high flop. Pretty much the first player who bets at the pot's going to win. Does go check all the way to the river as the Cajun Asian hits his jack, but there are 4 diamonds on the board, so check again. Cajun will win the $19 pot. And now the button will go to seat 3, and Rob will be able to play. It's showing he's in for 235. 235. Yeah, so somebody new is running our action tracker, and as I said, some of the information is being inputted wrong.
All right, Frank.
Be a $7 live straddle.
Stop and score. Yeah.
And normally I would be able to like walk over and leave my booth and let them know, but as I said, not in the building tonight.
Stop and score? The hard way?
7-4.
Believe that's an under the gun straddle from Frank.
9 calls. 1 raises to 21.
Cho taking it up to 21.
2 calls. 3 calls. 4 calls.
You don't play first hand or what?
5 calls. 6 calls.
More beers and I feel whatever.
Service! Sack!
5 pairs.
Get him, get him!
5 ways we go to a flop. Over $100 in the middle. As Adrian gonna flop a gut shot, actually a double gut shot, a king or a 9.
1 bet.
So essentially an open ender, same amount of outs.
25.
So Joe, who was your pre-flop raiser, hits the jack, puts out a small bet of $25. Adrian will call with his double gutter, and heads up to the turn we will go.
9 calls. Heads up. Eight checks.
Still the same amount of outs for Adrian. And Cho
1 bet.
gonna put out another small bet. I think he's pretty much priced in here, and he does make the call. A queen is also good for him. So 8 live outs available. And he's gonna hit the nuts on the river, Broadway,
8 bets. 75.
and he's gonna check once.
1 call.
Seguila. What you got, 150? ¿Y una qué? ¿La güey?
75.
One more stop, pal.
I'm not. I'm working for free right now.
Hey, stop. Frank, eyes up. Frank, I need you to watch.
There's gonna be a $7 what straddle.
Frank. Frank. Let's go!
7 on the button.
Come on. 2 in the morning?
Cheers.
Please, oh please, oh please.
7 on the button. 5 calls.
I said those problems.
6 calls. 7 calls. 8 raises total. 17. Eight folds, 9 raises to 8. 1 fold, 2 calls.
Man, where you playing?
3 folds, 4 folds.
Let it out. Suited.
Yes.
What's that?
5 calls. 6
It's
folds.
over.
And 7 cents.
Wanna do a touchdown effect one time?
4 players. 7 checks, 9 checks. 2 checks. 5 checks.
6.
7 checks, 9 checks. 2 bets 30. 5 folds, 7 folds. 9 calls. That's it. 9 checks. 2 bets 40.
You have nines or would you have tens?
I was on.
It's gonna be a $4 live shot.
Oh my god.
What's the number, Johnny?
4.5.
4 live.
That's number 9.
$4 live shot.
Neither did you.
Oh, no. 1 raises to 20. 2 calls. 3 folds. 4 calls, 5 calls. 6 calls. 7 calls. 8 folds. 9 folds.
Oh, third down. Great. 33.
6 players.
Right down, need it, right? Find it! I'll take it. First down.
7 checks.
Flag.
1 check.
What is this?
6 checks. 4 checks. 5 bets. 60. 6 folds.
Oh my god.
7 folds. 1 fold. 4.
Pass interference on the offense. Third and 8.
Yeah, $7. They're gonna go live.
14.
$10 live straddle.
Do something. Oh, baby. All right. We're alive. Look. We're alive. We're alive.
10 live.
Oh my god.
2 raises to 50. 3 calls. 4 folds, 5 folds.
7.
Two pairs, 7s and 9s.
Couldn't even get the 4. I couldn't get the 4. Oh my god, it's over.
Ace queen.
Thanks, pal. Dead.
It was just a hail. I mean, it wasn't even a Hail Mary. One of those right guys.
Two folds. Three raises to 30. Four folds. 5 calls. 6 folds. 8 folds. 3 bet 75.
Six.
Five calls. And 7 folds. Heads up. Three checks. 5 goes all in.
Did you have Rob?
3 folds.
No, what hand? When you made it 50? No. The one when you opened 50. Hold it these two. That's so true.
And the hearts on the screen?
I had a small ace.
That's what.
Never again. Ace on the turn. Check call.
All right, let me know in the comments if you're able to hear me. I know with the remote commentating we had a little hiccup, but
5 folds.
let me know in the comments. We should be back to the audio.
7 calls. 8 folds.
Choke.
9 folds.
Choke, mama.
1 call.
And I will check myself here. King high flop, nobody with a king, Cho with the jack. All right, I think the audio's back on. Carlos hitting the ace on the turn. And he's going to put out a $15 bet. Cho makes the quick call, looking for a jack or a 7. Instead, it'll be a 6. So Carlos winds up with the best hand. It does go check, check. The ace 3 Gonna take it down. So somebody actually sent me a text that the audio was out. So should have the audio working again, as I said. A little bit different setup than I normally have at the Texas Card House Rio Grande Valley. Normally I'm in the same building, audio's good, so Drew, yeah. But you got to hear the table talk for a while. Now these players are not mic'd up, however there are 2 overhead mics. So for sure you'll be able to hear the chips riff one. So it does sound like a good idea in theory to have the players mic'd up, but it normally doesn't work in practice because there is a lot of extra things the production crew has to do. And we got ourselves an all-in here. Rob going all in with Jack high. So Cho raised his button with the ace, and Rob saw the Jack 9 and he went with it. I think Cho's going to call just based upon how he's been playing tonight. It's $200 from Rob, and Rob's going to have to hit a Jack or a 9 because it's less than 150 more for Cho to call. And Cho was kind of making a move here on the button, but he actually has the best hand. And there's the call from Cho. And Rob going to need to hit a Jack or a 9. There's the 9. Leaves Cho with an ace. Board can double pair. And it said Rob will hit both the Jack and the 9 to make 3 pair.
Oh, it's red.
So Rob making a move with the Jack 9. Cho's going to be reloading. Minimum buy-in is 100. Maximum at the beginning of the game is 500. But it is match the stack after that. I don't think anybody has a huge stack. As a matter of fact, Adrian has a $700 stack, so nothing too outrageous. Adrian was 700, Frank was 600.
Hey, check that at club. No, I hate the
If he didn't go all in, I call.
King 8.
King 3.
I don't think. Hey, I don't think anyone is strong like that. Everyone did.
Yeah. You must
I
Folded to Frank, who also folds. Aho raising it up with the Baskin-Robbins hand. It's 31 flavors. 3 and a 1. Of course, an ace is either a 1 or an 11.
You have 7-4 right now.
Yeah, that's not 7 deuce.
Yeah, that's way better. You showed with 74 right now. I mean, 7-4.
Nobody hit that flop.
He did.
I hit
He hit the flop.
I hit it too, dog.
And you can see he is getting looked up multi-ways.
Oh, I know it's 14.
Looks like we're going to be going 6 ways
I'm in the half.
to a flop.
6 players?
And it's going to be a king high flop. Nobody with a king. Aho, who was your initial raiser, does hit a tray. Cajun Asian still ahead somehow with his pocket fours. And he makes the snap call here. Cajun Asian probably feels a little more comfortable with his fours now that the king has paired. Makes it less likely for his opponent to have a king. And his opponent is going to slow down. And Cajun Asian going to put out a $40 bet here. As I said, the king being a very good card or very bad card for the pocket fours, and the Cajun Asian is putting out a bet, figuring out if the fours are good here. Yes, indeed, the fours are. But essentially, when the board pairs like that, it makes it a lot less likely for your opponent to have that card. Obviously, it's not impossible. Sometimes they have it, sometimes they don't. But the majority of the time, they're not going to have it, as you just saw. So up to hand 38. Normally during our 4-hour stream, we'll get somewhere between 80 and 100 hands in for the night. Stream does play a little bit slower than a normal table just because of the cards having to get scanned. Keep in mind, these are special cards, as Frank has 6s under the gun and raises it up to 15 off of his $690 stack. Cho makes the call. Rob gets out of the way. Computer guy calling with the two face cards. Carlos coming along. Thresidas will take a break as we will go 5 ways to a flop. $77 in the middle. As we see a jack high flop, the computer guy hitting top pair. And he should be putting out a bet here of about $30 or $40. Yeah, I like maybe, oh, okay. Cho's gonna take the lead. And the computer guy's just gonna go all in.
Oh, I just realized you said.
Yeah, so based upon his stack size, based upon how much is in the pot, goes all in, and he'll take it down. Of course, there's a lot of poker solvers out there, the GTO stuff, and all that is good in theory, but sometimes, well, a lot of the times, you really have to know or feel how the table is playing, know or feel how your opponent plays. I know a lot of times some people just say, well, according to the charts, I'm supposed to go all in here. And it's like you're getting 4-bet by a player who hasn't played a hand in 2 hours. It doesn't matter what the chart says. He's got it. Rob raising it up to 26 with the ace. So a lot of times, and I'm sure you've seen it playing at the table, a lot of times there's certain players that you're going to make looser calls against or tighter folds than what the quote-unquote book tells you to do. You're going to deviate based upon the player type,
2x35.
and that's something that the charts cannot take into account.
7 calls. 8 calls. I mean, I'm sorry. 8 raises to 85.
$85 raise here
1 fold.
from Adrian, who does hit top pair. And Rob's not ready to let it go. Rob raised with the ace-5, hits a 5. And Aho flopped the gut shot. He was the one who led out here. There's a lot of interesting turns that can come on the river here.
I declare.
Nobody should really have a king here. So Adrian should be continuing, and he does just that.
That's 110.
Raises it to 110 here. And Rob should be letting his hand go here. He doesn't want to. It's not fun to fold. I think we all understand that. But he'll let it go. Decided to call once, trying to hit an ace
7 folds.
or a 5. Instead, Adrian will take down the pot and take his stack up to $999. Minus 12. Minus 13. So Adrian with the jam hat, J-A-M. Local clothing brand here for poker players. For poker players, by poker players. As the hand did not reset. There we go. And you can see Adrian
I was gonna say, man,
Up.
you kicked my ass early, and now you just.
$999. It's showing everybody in the green, but that's not correct. Well, everybody except the computer guy,
9 folds. 1
as the rebuys haven't been inputted right. You can see Rob taking a break.
5 calls. 6 calls. 7 checks.
The tendency in lower stakes, like 1-2 and 1-3, and we're kind of seeing it tonight, is for players to limp too much.
6 checks. 7 bets. 23. 3 folds.
It's only $2 or $3 to call, but a lot of times you're just giving that $2 or $3 away, and then sometimes if somebody raises to 15 and everybody calls, now you're pot committed, now you're giving $15 away. But a lot of times what happens is you'll get in trouble on the flop where you flop a pair but have a bad kicker, or your opponent has 2 pair. So I understand why somebody would want to limp. You just gotta make sure that you have your pre-flop ranges down.
4 bets. 65.
Carlos gonna have the 2 pair, flops the 2 pair, and he's gonna hold on to win the pot. Looks like Rob ordering a drink. Full service bar here at the Texas Card House. Yeah, full service bar here at the Texas Card House, Rio Grande Valley. So Cajun Asian with $550 in a stack, but he is in for $300. The graphic showing that he's just in for $100, but he has rebought twice. Minimum buying $100 for this 1-2 game. As we are coming up on the 9 o'clock hour when this hand took place. But keep in mind, we are on a 15-minute delay. This action did happen earlier, 15 minutes ago, but the delay is built in just to make sure there's no colluding or shenanigans.
35.
Rob raising with the ace-king up to 35. The Cajun Asian was your initial raiser in early position up to $5. Rob put it on the 3-bet with the ace-king. And Rob did bluff the Cajun Asian earlier and showed. Cajun Asian gonna let it go. He knows normally a 3-bet in the lower stakes. Normally the players are gonna have a strong hand, and not only that, but he didn't want to play it out of position.
It's gonna be an $8 live draw.
Keep in mind, all this advice is just basic strategy.
8 live.
Yeah, so somebody in the chats,
Oh, safe.
here we go. Somebody in the chat was asking about this game. The max buy-in is 500. Yeah, so Fletcher answer, and it is a match stack.
Can you scan your cards, Rob? Please stop.
Yeah, as I said, normally I'm able to see these comments on the screen and put them up on the screen. But a little different setup for tonight. And honestly, you should not know the difference, but we have had a couple of little technical difficulties. I know my audio cut off, and since I'm not in the same building, had to take some extra steps to get the microphone working. So essentially, you have the dealer who you see. You can see her manicured nails right now. Then you have the commentator who you hear. And then you have the production crew, which keeps track of the action tracker. So you have see no evil, hear no evil, say no evil. And the production crew letting the dealer know that they need to slow down the action as the computer gets caught up with the action. You can see the headset on the dealer. They are communicating with the production crew, not with me. I have a headset on, but I'm communicating with you. Ace high flop. Aho with a gut shot also has the best hand with king high. Carlos actually flopping a 9, so he has the best hand. But Aho turns a 10.
Who's commentating bourbon?
Waking up at the same time. I'm looking around. We all kind of wake up.
He said it here.
Well, I don't know the accent because he's
We get out like bourbon and start coming back.
If you would have told me, I would have
Been here. We were only parked like 3 rows. Security guard meets us.
And Aho gonna take it down.
You're not coming back in.
So you guys black that.
Oh yeah, I couldn't tell you. But to this day, the smell of bourbon and stuff.
Still get you.
I noticed that. Yeah. I used to drink a lot of bourbon.
I used to,
So we are on pace for more than the 80 hands. As I said, normally we wind up somewhere between 80 and 100 hands for the evening. We had a goose deal the first hour. Ashley goes by Ash Cash, dealing the second hour. And they are getting ready to change dealers here, probably in about another 10 minutes or so.
9-4. 9
Adrian put it on the button straddle.
1 4. 2 call.
I finally figured out the jacket. It's a Rugrats jacket for Chow there on seat 1. Is that correct? I couldn't figure it out. I knew it was a retro jacket. I just didn't know what it was. Aho just calling here with the ace jack from the cutoff. Should probably be racing with that hand. As Frank's going to hit an 8. I do expect Frank to bet the 8, but Carlos with the flush draw is going to put out a bet. Frank will make the call. And let's see if Aho is going to let go of the ace jack. Yeah, he does let go of the ace jack, so I actually do like that move. If you're going to play a hand slow, like he did, then you don't want to get committed. It's kind of like when you limp in under the gun with aces or kings and everybody limps and the board comes out not so great for aces and kings. It's okay to fold.
2 checks.
So Frank's still with the best hand, but Carlos cutting out another bet with his flush draw here.
4 bets. 45.
Bet in 45. Frank does have position, so he's going to make the call here.
2 calls.
Needs to avoid a club or a queen. Instead, the club arrives. It does pair the board.
120. 4 bets. 120.
Yeah, Frank will be able to get away now. Everything beats him. Flush draw got there. The 3 beats him. Pretty sure Frank's going to figure it out. Yeah, Frank figures it out. This isn't his first rodeo.
Thank you.
Yeah, somebody in the chat talking about GPO and players being balanced and everything like that. And like I said, all that's good in theory. But if nobody at the table is paying attention to what you're doing, which to be honest with you is the case most of the time, then it really doesn't matter if you're balanced. Now, if your players are now, if the players at the table are paying attention, well then that's when you want to perhaps take different lines in different spots. But for sure, I'm guilty of this in regards to overthinking in general. And in general, you don't want to do that at the poker table. You just want to play one level ahead of your opponent. Sometimes, as I said, I'm guilty of it. You get the fancy play syndrome, where you try to be sneaky and tricky and everything like that, but you only need to play one level ahead of your opponents, like I said. So if you feel like your opponent is whatever number, let's say 1 through 10, if you feel they're a 2 or a 3, if you would rate them as a 2 or a 3, well then play your 5 level, don't play your 10 level. So Frank hitting the 10, Thresidas hitting the queen. Computer guy also hitting the queen. So perhaps some fireworks here on the turn as the computer guy comes from behind to hit 2 pair. Thresidas not done betting.
95. 6 calls.
And let's see if the computer guy, yeah, this is check raise here. This is all in here.
Wow. You heard him, bro?
Saw it.
Huh?
He saw it.
I had an ace, right?
Here comes the all in from the computer guy. Thresidas might have to call it off here. Yeah, he does.
Alright, camaraderie.
He does have a straight draw available, a king or a jack. Oh, it's going to be the king. 2 pair versus 2 pair. Frank sees that he dodged a bullet, that he would have got in trouble because he also had a king in his hand. He had king 10. So everybody would have wound up with 2 pair on the river. And let's see if the computer guy rebuys or if we have a seat open. So computer guy was in for 500. I don't know if he's going to rebuy.
It's gonna be an $8 button straddle.
$8 button straddle announced. And I think we have an open seat based upon the way the dealer's pitching the cards. At the very least, he's taking a break. Yeah, so button straddle, $8. As I said, the action does start to the left of the straddle. It does not jump the blinds. It is not a quote-unquote hard rock straddle, not a Mississippi straddle, not an ultimate last action.
One raises to 40, 43.
So Cho raising his straddle, Frank with the fast call with the pocket 8s. And that's going to bring along Ajo. So Frank going to need to avoid a king, a queen, or 9 as we go 3 ways to a $132 pot.
3 pairs.
And Cho going to hit a flush draw. And Cho's going to bet the flush draw.
One bet. 55.
So betting about a third of the pot. Frank not ready to let go of his 8s yet.
7 folds. Heads up. 6 check.
Yeah, and I think Frank is going to have to let go of his 8s now. Cho with $200 left in his stack. And he's going to put out another bet.
5.
Frank's getting a real good price, though. Could hit an ace, can hit an 8, and he's going to make the call.
Raises to
Oh, actually, he put his opponent all in.
1 call.
Frank has seen Cho messing around tonight, but this time Cho does have the goods, and Frank is going to need to hit an ace or an 8 as we go to the river. Instead, it'll be a 10. So the Rugrat will take it down. And we do have a seat open, seat 3. Only $100 can get you in. You can turn $100 into $958. That's what Adrian has done. He is the biggest winner thus far tonight. And with that loss, that's going to take Frank down to 500, negative 500. Seat 3, holding his seat as of right now. Don't know if he's coming back.
Give me a $10 button.
So Thresidas not at his seat, but he will get blinded out. The players are aware
5 more.
that this is like a tournament. You will get blinded out.
1 call. I mean 6 calls.
Yeah, so Frank is back.
7 raises to 30. 8 folds. 9 calls. 1 call. 2 calls.
Cho calling here with the 8-5.
4 calls and 6 calls.
Cajun Asian with the ace jack of hearts. Aho with the best hand right now, but he's going to have to dodge all the overcards. Carlos going to hit his king. Carlos going to lead out. Going to bet less than half pot here. Maybe about a third pot. Yeah, bets exactly a third pot here. Aho with the tens, one overcard to his pocket pair. Doesn't quite believe his opponent just yet, as we are getting ready for a dealer change after this hand. Aho left with one out as the 10 of spades was in somebody else's hand. And that's going to be two pair for Carlos. Does go check, check. And Carlos going to hit a full house. Oh, and he's going to check it again. So the $302 pot, of course, the 5.0 Ford engine that's in the Mustang, 302 cubic inches. 5.0 liters. So seat open, seat 3 available, as we do have a dealer change. We're exactly 2 hours into tonight's stream. Have had a couple of little technical difficulties here and there. The last time I did the remote commentating, everything went smooth, and of course, tonight, not so much. I think it's because of the cold weather here in Minnesota. Flew in today, it's in the 50s, which is nice during the day. But it is nighttime now, and the overnight lows are going to be in the 30s. So Cho, according to the graphics here, he's unstoppable. He's won the most hands. According to the graphics, Aho is the maniac. Tres Mentiras, the luck box. Overthinker. Longest time in the tank, less than a minute, so I understand that somebody has to be the overthinker, but with 58 seconds of tank time, that is really nothing. But the way the graphics are set up, it's just somebody has to be the luck box, somebody has to be the overthinker. So Goose, who did host this game last week, we had a special Halloween stream last week. If you haven't checked that out, that was one of the craziest 1-2 games that I have been a part of in a while. Oh, and Aho, I guess the computer graphics were right. They called him a maniac, and he is going all in here with 5 high. So what's crazier, going all in with 5 high or getting called by 9 high? It's going to be about 60-40 here. They're going twice. There's the 5. Now he has a straight draw. All right, 5 or a deuce for the second run out. He hits the 5 again. The dealer relaying what the second board is to the production crew. And he's going to hit both boards. So I guess Aho knew something as he hits the 5 both times. And he's going to be scooping. He's a maniac, maniac. Every time I hear that song, pretty sure the song is from last century, the 1980s. She's a maniac on the dance floor, but I always think there's just certain songs, and I don't think I'm the only one, but I feel like sometimes when you hear a certain song, it just brings back a certain memory, a certain movie. So anytime I hear the song Maniac, I think of the third American Pie movie, which is named American Wedding, where Stifler gets in a dance-off at a nightclub. And if you have never heard of the movie American Pie, it did come out. Pretty sure the first one came out in the 90s. But definitely something to watch. If you have never watched the movie American Pie, you gotta watch that. But this is the third one, called American Wedding. Nine high flop. Nobody with a 9. Joe gonna bet his tray. Adrian, who has the best hand, did straddle under the gun, and he will be making the call. 4 ways to the turn we go. And the 9 does pair.
Hello, my friends.
So I just mentioned how a lot of times when that top board, the top card pairs, a lot of times your opponent is less likely to have it. But multi-ways here, that's different. So normally heads up if it pairs, your opponent's probably not going to have it. Oh, look at Tres Mentiras.
What's the revancha? Oh.
So Tres Mentiras doesn't feel like his opponent has the 9, and he is correct. And his opponent doesn't care. He's calling with the tray. And what does Tres Mentiras do here on the river? It does go check, check. The 3's going to be good. Tres Mentiras is going to be like, how do you call with the 3? I will give Tres Mentiras credit. He made a good move. But his opponent did not come to play on the stream to fold. I think we've learned that about Chow. Is from the very first hand he has been splashy, and it's been working out for him so far. All right, we have seat number 3 being taken, and it is the infamous Chubs. And looks like he's going to be in for $100. Is Chubs all in? I'm pretty sure Chubs is all in dark. And he walks away from his hand? Oh, he's on the phone. Aho calling him with the 10 high. And Cho.
Yeah. If I win, I'm cashing out.
Cho will make the fold.
Yeah. One fold. It is dark. Showdown.
I don't think Chubs has seen his hand yet.
Hey, it's a race.
Oh, yeah. 9, 2 pairs. Oh, yeah, 9, chop it.
So Chubb's going to lose with the 7 high.
Yo. Where did y'all go? Ah, okay, no, I want to.
Easy one.
So Chubb's playing the role of Santa Claus tonight. Buys in for 100, goes all in dark. And the Maniac Seat 7, Aho calling him with the 10 high.
Did you drink my beer? I like your cap. Thank you.
So Chubs is back. I think he's back for 100.
Hey.
Chubs calling 40% of his stack here with 7 deuce. Carlos just calling as well. Rob the initial raiser with the ace jack. Cajun Asian coming along with his 5 high. It is the natural 9 in Baccarat. And it's not fun to fold. Everybody makes the call here, and we have a king high flop. Carlos hitting the king, everybody else missing. Did Rob go all in here? Oh, Rob's in trouble. Rob's going to need to go runner, runner flush, runner, runner straight, because he cannot hit an ace, as his opponent does have an ace. So let's go 10 of spades for fun. 10 of spades for fun? It's showing Rob has 0 outs, but that's immediate outs. He can pick up outs here on the turn. They're going twice. Oh, he picked up outs. That's not it. There's a spade. He picked up outs again, and he missed both times. So both turns, picking up outs, both rivers bricking.
You can actually send it to my girl. She's out of town, so yeah. Oh, she said we'll do that.
So Cajun Asian likes to play the Baccarat, calling the $40 raise with 4 or 5 offsuit. So there's a new movie on Netflix. I don't know if anybody's watched it yet, but I will give my review for you. And if you're a gambler, and chances are if you're watching this stream, you do gamble.
I don't know what you said.
Ballad of a Small Player with Colin Farrell. New on Netflix. I did watch it. And if you're a gambler and only a gambler, you might like the movie. Other than that, not a great movie. I did watch all of it just because I myself, I am a gambler, but I can't see anybody watching the whole movie if they weren't a gambler, or if they, yeah. Like I said, I don't know if anybody else in the chat has watched it, but you can let me know in the comments if you liked it or not. I would say on a scale from 1 to 10, a very liberal 3 or 4.
You raised the 25?
So with most gambling movies, you know, the main character is going to be a degenerate gambler, and that's the case for Colin Farrell. But this one takes place in Asia. It takes place in Macau. So Cho flopping the jack. He's going to check. Chubs just buying in 100 at a time. And Cho will finally bet his jack.
10, 6.
Yeah, so he plays a degenerate gambler who's in Macau. And if you don't know about Macau, everybody thinks Vegas is the gambling capital of the world. Vegas is nice, but compared to how much money is made at the casinos, Macau by far is the biggest. The only place in China where you can gamble used to be part of Portugal. I've never been myself, but I am interested in going. So I did like that fact. It's kind of funny because he plays Baccarat, and they kind of explain the rules to Baccarat. They explain it, I mean, decent. You know, you want to be as close to 9 as possible. But the part that I didn't understand, and a lot of times you see this in movies where they just they change things to make it, I guess, more interesting to watch. But they make it seem like when you're playing Baccarat, you're playing against the other players at the table. There was this one older Asian lady, I think they called her grandma, and anytime he would lose, she would win. They just made it seem like they were playing against each other, and if you ever played Baccarat, it's not the case. You're playing against the house, just like any other table game. Queen high flop. It's going to be a set for Thresidas, and he's going to bet his set. Ajo going to call him with the open ender. And Cho going to be calling him drawn dead. He can actually go 7-7. Now he's officially drawn dead. Thresidas going to put out another bet. Ajo calling with the open ender, now hitting a pair, so he will make this call. And Cho should be getting out of the way, and does. Heads up to the river we go. Ajo gonna miss. Thresidas gonna bet one last time. And second pair getting this price. I think Ajo's gonna call. Looks like 60 into 160, 65, yeah. He's gonna make the call and see the bad news. Yeah, so if you see the recommendation on Netflix, Ballad of a Small Player, Colin Farrell, like I said, don't expect much from it. It has like some spiritual ghost stuff in it as well. All right, enough with the movie reviews. Back to the poker. You can see this hand taking place at 9:31. We're on the 15-minute delay, so you add the 15 minutes to that, and that's 9:46 Central Time, Central Standard Time. Looks like Frank going to be adding 200 to his stack. As the Cajun Asian going to be making the call here with the suited king. Cho, who straddled on the button, will check his option. And we will go 4 ways to a triple 13 flop. 13 times 3, that's $39. Carlos flopping top pair is going to lead right out. Cajun Asian also hitting the king. He's going to come along. And we will go heads up to the turn. Carlos still out in front. No heart to give the Cajun Asian more outs. But he's going to be making the call.
What did I watch?
Ace coming on the river does complete some straights. But Carlos does have the blocker to those straights with the queen in his hand. And he'll put out one last bet and get paid off. Nice value bet there from Carlos. And with that win, Carlos is going to take his stack up to over $1,000. So keep in mind, we used to stream here at the Rio Grande Valley on Wednesday nights and Friday nights.
I'll take you guys. I got it.
We have consolidated and split the difference, and now we're streaming on Thursday nights. So Tuesday nights, you have the cash game stream from Dallas. Wednesday nights, you have the cash game stream from Austin. And then you have a 2 for Thursday. Chubs is all in. At the pocket sixes. Action was on him as there was a button straddle. Carlos going to look him up here with the trays.
Shut up.
Pues allá, no quiero.
So Chubs with the best hand right now. Cho with the second best equity with the Queen Jack. This is based upon the cards that have been folded.
Good luck, George.
And he's going to hit a Jack.
I have
There.
Rob is going to hit a King. And Rob's going to go all in. It shows a $50 bet, so he still has some chips behind. Even Carlos makes the call with the trays. Chubs knows that his sixes are no good. And Rob gonna wind up with the best hand.
And Isaac know what I have.
So Cho put in a bet.
I can beat that.
Oh, it's gonna be tough.
Oh man.
Shit.
Yeah, Chubs was all in dark again. And is he gonna come back? Okay, now he's done messing around. He is buying him for 500. Yeah, so Chubs was gonna try to do the $100 challenge, but he failed. So now he's gonna buy in for 500.
I thought it was 500. Oh, it is? I didn't know that.
Or is he in for 1,000? Oh, he's in for 1,000. So it's $500 or match the stack, and Carlos does have 1,000, so he's coming in for 1,000 here. Yeah, he bought it for 500, and then he looked to his left and saw Carlos with 1,000, so he said, "Give me 5 more."
Yeah, my father-in-law. Yeah. I swear. Yeah, I've been with her. I've been with her for going on 12 years on February 11th.
Overs.
So Rob with the suited connectors. Gonna raise it up to 13. And Chubs matching the stack, putting the chips to work right away. Raises it up to 40. And Aho, this is why the computer calls him a maniac.
I forgot he's too rich.
Makes the call with the 7-4. Nice hand for blackjack to double down on. Not so much so in poker.
Why is it always the next hand?
I do expect
Why?
Chubs to put out a continuation bet here if it's checked to him. Something small, like maybe 50.
50? Right.
He announces 55. And that's going to get it done.
Wait.
You saw next time, right? Promise.
So Chubs will show. But that was, there's certain board textures that are good to put out a continuation bet, and that was one of those board textures, as he did raise. So his opponent put him on big cards, and it did go check to him, and there was one big card out there.
Did you make fun of me or no?
So he put out the continuation bet and took it down. The power of position.
Small sample size, but.
Oh, yeah.
Hey Frank, what happened? Why is he a bad player?
No, I feel like the best player. He plays bad hands.
He plays bad hands?
His all day, he has bad hands.
You can say it loud.
Tres Mentiras raising it up to 25 out of the blind here.
Fold.
Aho calling with the 5 high. We saw him go all in earlier with 5 high. This time he's calling a $25 raise.
Frank, you never got
You
yours
can
or
see
what? Oh, okay.
these players
Cheers.
are here to gamble tonight.
Cheers, man. Cheers. Cheers, Frank.
King high flop.
Hey, when
I
you
like
walked in,
a
did you
55.
toss the hand or what?
Tres Mentiras likes 35.
Big one? Big one?
Aho calling with the gut shot.
Oh, buy-in.
Yeah.
Cho calling with just ace high, and that's going to bring along Rob here. No, it does not. Rob would have hit the 10, but a 10 does not beat a king. Cho, who floated with just the ace high on the flop, does pick up a flush draw, so he's not going anywhere. So heads up to the river we go as Cho cuts out the $45 call and slides it forward. Does hit a 7, very coordinated board. Tres Mentiras does check.
Hey, Frank. Frank. No.
And his opponent checks behind.
Play him. You can see the cards. Why am I still losing?
Frank, they look good on you. Gay. Uh-oh, he's out.
So here's the pre-flop raise, and now keep in mind Chubs has played less than 10 hands, so the 50% is very skewed. This is their stack size, how much they have in front of them. Not their profit. The profit would be in green. The profit's a different graphic.
Hey, John, will you ever sponsor people for wearing the merch or no?
Yeah.
You're sponsoring the Adrian right now or no?
No. He's got too much. He's got too much. Kenny, thank you.
So Aho raising it up to 10. It was actually a button straddle. Tres Mentiras put on a button straddle. And we were going 5 ways to a flop of 10 high, all diamonds. So Cho flops a straight.
I think
Has a redraw with the 9 of diamonds for a straight flush. Second time we see somebody flop a straight and have a redraw for a straight flush. Cho gonna bet it and pick up one caller, and there's the straight flush. If that doesn't get you to hit the like button, I don't know what will. So straight flush on the stream.
floor stream.
And they're already calling over the floor because there is a high hand possibility here. Oh, this is gross. Rob has the ace high flush.
What's the high
I
hand
just
at?
realized.
Quads are
I
better?
just realized Rob has the ace high flush here. Rob just calls. Rob has a straight and a flush. And does this get messy on the river?
What that mouth do?
Cho's gonna bet big here.
Oh yeah, you get it. You get it sucking out crawfish.
Let's see if Rob just calls. No, he says all in. I said it would get messy,
Good.
and it got messy. Straight flush versus ace high flush.
For the graph.
You fought the straight, right?
And Rob cannot believe his luck.
Yes.
They will count it down. Cho did have him covered, but we need to see exactly how many chips Rob has. That way the production crew can punch in the right graphics. And looks like we're going to have another seat open.
There you go.
So seat available. We'll see if somebody takes it.
Seat open, live stream.
And that is a cooler. I don't know why it wasn't listed on the graphics there. Yeah, Drew's lens really liking that straight flush. I mean, it's rare to get a straight flush, but to see one on stream does deserve a thumbs up, in my opinion. Chubs calling in the dark as we go 5 ways to a flop. 9 high flop, everybody missing.
Nice hand.
Chubs will bet $20.
Does it matter?
And Joe makes the call with the best hand. No longer with the best hand as the king comes on the turn. And Chubs is going to continue betting. The deuce is very vulnerable on the paired board, as we do have somebody take in.
Just Steve? Can we put that? Just Steve?
Seat 2. I believe that's Esteban.
How much do you have? So we can put on the graphics.
So they're going to count his chips, see how much he's coming in for. So they'll get the exact count and get it punched into the system. You can see the previous hand is still showing on the graphics.
464.
So he's coming in for 464. That's seat 2. Like I said, I think that's Esteban, but he's going by just Steve.
Uh-oh. Oh, this is rigged.
It's rigged?
Bro, look at this.
Cajun Asian raising it up from the big blind to $28.
Look at this. He's,
You gonna play with the glasses on this thing? No, Frank.
you don't have to call Frank. You can still fold. It's a gentleman's game.
Yeah, just let it go.
Look at this.
So Frank, who I think
Warner, yeah, he had a lot of time to see the ball.
put on some
and he
glasses.
was to his left and overthrown. Get the fuck out of here.
Aho's going to be making the call. Cajun Asian in great shape here. Only needs to avoid a king. Wow. What a crazy flop. Cajun Asian flopping open-ended. His opponent flopping the nuts. The ace might get the Cajun Asian to check. And he does. Aho going to be putting out a bet. Cajun Asian makes the call, and he's going to miss. It does go check on the river. So Cajun Asian getting unlucky there.
King high?
Oh, you have anything?
King high?
So we'll see if there is a button straddle. You can straddle under the gun, UTG,
I know everything.
or you can straddle on the button.
Ah, pues tu cuate ya te dijo, ¿no? Oh, no, it's like telepathically. Pero, ¿tú quieres ir a ver ¿Y tú no quieres ir. Quiere mirar a los hombres. ¿Tú vas a ir a los? Quiero mirar. No, I don't know. I know you're going now. I'm not.
So Cajun Asian had a pocket pair the last hand, has a pocket pair again.
Where? You don't know?
Some suited connectors for Adrian. We'll check his option. And we will go 6 ways to a flop. Ace high flop, 2 hearts, Chubs flopping a monster. A pair and a flush draw. How is he only 41%? Oh, he's 49%. Tres Mentiras with the ace. Chubs leads right out. Check raise would have worked as well. Cajun Asian not ready to let go of his 6s just yet. 6 of hearts.
Superman?
So Tres Mentiras now the favorite to win with his ace. And he's going to bet 50. Cajun Asian will let go of his 6. Chubs will not. He might even check raise here. I thought he was going to check raise the flop. But he's going to continue to just call, and he's going to miss. So the ace of Tres Mentiras is going to wind up with the best hand. Chubs will check one last time. I don't think he's calling a bet, though. Tres Mentiras with an ace kicker. Yeah, with a 3 kicker. It looks like Tres Mentiras' brother standing behind him.
Oye, güey, me está saliendo un video, güey, de un lugar que dice Royal Flush, second round, güey. Me sales bailando, no sé qué sales haciendo, güey.
Es que ganó un bandido mismo en el torneo.
No mames.
Ya estaba afuera, ya me estaba parado ya. 9, yo tenía.
So as I mentioned earlier, we normally get in between 80 to 100 hands during the 4-hour stream. It is going to be closer to 100 than 80, I believe, when it's all said and done.
Overs, right?
I believe there's a button straddle. Yeah, the Cajun Asian put it on a button straddle. So action will start in the small blind. Just Steve making the $6 call. Looks like he's a fan of the San Francisco 49ers, and surprisingly, there's a lot of San Francisco 49er fans in South Texas. I don't quite understand the correlation. Five, Ajo with the 4-5 flopping trips. And he's going to be betting a little $10 bet. Cajun Asian will make the call with the tray. Also has backdoor diamonds. Frank with the gut shot. Tres Mentiras also with the gut shot. Carlos, same hand as Cajun Asian, makes the call. So everybody calling here as this pot is now $87. And there's the tray. So 3 players with full houses here. And another small $10 bet coming from Ajo. I don't see how you fold a full house for $10.
Is Bauer your number 1 receiver? Bruce?
Frank making the call.
Number 1 receiver or no? Oh, is he?
Hey, ¿dónde está eso?
So Carlos gonna bet the river here, and Ajo should be raising. Just makes the call. Maybe he's trying to bring along the Cajun Asian. Yeah, he's trying to bring the Cajun Asian along. And the Cajun Asian does get away though. So Ajo will show the 5. Take down the $237 pot.
Stand on the chair.
I love you too, Frank.
No matter.
Just give me cards.
So Cho with the button straddle. Chubs makes the call.
Dude, I have a
Carlos raising it up.
Oh, Cho. This is at El Pollo Loco, right? He plays a big pot. He plays a big pot against somebody. And, what is it? He plays a big pot against somebody.
So 2 players with
He
clubs,
thinks he gets stacked, right?
3 players with a king.
Right at the table next to us.
And everybody misses.
But the guy, he has more than the guy. He has like $138 more than the other guy. So he's just like sweating the fucking pillow, and his friends all in. And he sweats like 2 hands in a row, and then I deal him in, and then he's about to be big line. They're like, hey, you want to be the big line? He's like, what do you mean? Like, I'm out. I'm like, no, you stay with the 138 bucks. And he's like, oh, well, fuck it, I'm on the next hand. He goes, I'm on the next hand, and if I win, you get to keep it. He tells the dealer, which is Baby Perro. Bro, he got called by 3 people. So it's like a $500 pot for $450 or some shit.
So Cho
Bro,
taking it down.
He wins, he sucks out on somebody, he goes runner. Isaac's pushing in the pot, he goes, what? No, I told you, you could have it. Bro, this guy pushes it back to Isaac. I'm like, what a fucking G, dude. Yeah. He thought he busted, he had like 138. Bro. No, le estoy diciendo que tengo una historia de ti de que jugaste una mano con alguien.
So Frank with the ace 5. It is suited, and he's gonna raise it up. Looks like 18. Ajo gonna be making the call with the suited 10. Cajun Asian squeezing out. The suited king makes the call. And Cho continuing being splashy. As I said, it's been working out for him.
Victor.
And Just Steve calling with the King Jack of Diamonds.
Silver bar. Mr. Justice. He sucked on him. He went runner or something. Oh, Isaac.
So top pair for Ajo.
Dude, Isaac pushed in the pot, and then he's like, no lo quiero.
Just Steve
yeah, it was badass, dude.
actually has the best equity right now. He can hit a king, a queen, or a jack to take the lead. And this is a small bet of $12 that's going to get called by 3 players. Let's see a diamond. Instead, it is the 8. Any 9 makes a straight, but somehow nobody has a 9. Excuse me, any jack makes a straight. And Just Steve
You gave Jerry half the pot on that open hand that night.
making the bet.
I don't know how much else you owe to get the dealer. Dude, like he won. I think it was a 3-way, 4-way all in, and like just here, buddy, keep it.
So Aho with a straight of his own with the 6 does have the sucker straight. But Aho does make the call, needing a jack to chop the pot. Oh, and the jack arrives. Cannot win the pot, but he can chop the pot. And it does go check, check, and it will be chop, chop. So Goose will chop it up. He should be getting pushed here in about 10 to 15 minutes. Once he gets pushed, we will have exactly an hour left on the stream.
In Vegas, dude, if you tip the dealer $5, they're just like, yeah. And then when they get up, they'll be like, good luck. They look at you. Good luck. It's awesome. Oh yeah. Or they'll tell the other dealer like, hey, good luck. It's awesome. Anything more than $2 over there, you're a king.
Riffle box, riffle cut.
Touchdown, please.
$5 straddle announced. Chubs with the big stack, but he is in for $1,200. $5 straddle on the button from Chubs, getting a call from Carlos and a raise from Tres Mentiras. Tres Mentiras with the pretty Queen Jack suited. Aho calling. The Maniac. Cajun Asian coming along with the suited Queen. Cho does the same with his suited 9-10, and Chubs will call the extra $15. And we are going 6 ways to a flop? 7 ways to a flop. 6 high flop. As we have Cho with the 3 deuce. Hits the deuce. Cajun Asian with the king 4 hits the 4 and has the best hand right now. Adrian with the gut shot, needing a 5, also has some backdoor clubs available. Will make the call. And 3 ways to the turn we go.
Bro, it's so...
Pretty action turn as Adrian now has a flush draw. Cajun Asian with trips. Cajun Asian should be going all in here, but he's going to make a tiny bet. Over 250 in the middle. Cajun Asian with $100 in his stack. And now he should be going all in. Nope, any 5 makes a straight. Yeah, so Cajun Asian definitely missing out on some value by not betting bigger on the turn. Does win the pot, that's the good news. Probably could have won a little bit more if he would have played his hand a little more aggressive. Be aggressive, be aggressive. So here's the VPIP, and we have 4 players above 50%. Aho in at 79%, almost an 80% VPIP, and that's why the computer called him a maniac.
What? Bro, I can't... I want to be like, damn, he's super strong. 9 in the button, guys. 9 in the button.
$9 button straddle from Carlos gets a quick fold from Tres Mentiras out of the small blind. Frank waking up with the ladies. How big is the raise going to be?
All right, let me get him ready.
Looks like 35. Adrian calling with the suited connectors. Leaving himself with $777 behind.
Yeah, we should have put bad hand Adrian.
And we're going to go heads up. Queens versus 4 high. Let's see the 5 of hearts. Kind of a coordinated board, but Frank will put out the continuation bet. Looks like a 38 special. Actually 28, and the 28 will get the job done.
Look at it.
So the Queen's taking it down. These cards are actually a little difficult to shuffle because they are special cards for the stream. That's how we know what the players have. These cards have a small computer chip in them, so they're just a little bit thicker than normal cards. And of course, when you put the 52 together, the stub is a lot thicker. So sometimes you'll see the dealers struggle just a bit with the shuffle. Cajun Asian had the 10s earlier, did not work out for him. Has the 10s again. He's going to take them for another spin. Carlos calling with the Jack 6. Frank away from his seat. And we are going 5 ways to a flop. Pretty good flop for the 10s. Should be betting, I would say, at least 30 here. He's going to bet 20. No, he bets 30. There you go. I do feel like somebody would call him light here. And he's getting both players with 6s making the call. I didn't even realize that those players had 6s. Ooh, terrible turn. Normally the Jack does not change anything, but we can see that indeed it does. Cajun Asian does slow down, but he's going to have to call the 40 here. Or is he going to get away? No. Both 10s are still available for him. Another overcard will help his calls. That might help as well, as it does complete some straights. Cajun Asian with the small blocker bet, and he's going to see that the Jack got him. Oh, actually, Carlos betting 50 on the river. Cajun Asian making the call and sees that the Jack, which normally doesn't change anything, indeed made Carlos the winner. Okay, getting ready for everybody's favorite hand. That's right, hand number 6-7. %78% of the hands played for Aho, and that gets him classified as a maniac. Once again, this is not me calling him a maniac. This is the software. This is the action tracker. Just Steve raising it up with the ace. And we got a big raise here. Oh, Aho going all in with the ace jack. Yeah, Steve not going to be able to call. So Aho will take it down. Next scheduled stream for TCH Live is going to be on Saturday. The big one will be streaming from the Texas Card House Dallas as we see the coolers, and that was definitely the biggest cooler of the night. Ace high flush versus straight flush. Yeah, if you like tournaments, you could check out Monday. There was actually a double stream on Monday as the Trailblazer Series, excuse me, not the Trailblazer Series, the Poker Atlas Series made a stop at the C8 Social in Austin. So that final table got streamed. It was a progressive bounty tournament. I don't think I've ever played in a progressive bounty tournament. Oh, Just Steve with the aces, and he's going to make a small raise here up to 23. Chubs with the king jack makes the call. Aho, he's going to be making the call. And Cajun Asian coming along as well. So Steve, Just Steve, likes that he has the aces, doesn't like that he's going to the flop 5 ways. And we got ourselves another action flop. Chubs with the king high flush. Aho with the ace high flush draw. $40 bet here. I don't think Just Steve can go just to 1 bet with the aces, but he definitely doesn't like the development. He's just going to call.
Adrian, tell me if this does not look fucking weird.
He needs to go runner, runner. He needs the board to pair here. No, so now he's officially drawn dead. He's officially drawn dead. And Chubs is going to be putting on at least a $100 bet here. Maybe somewhere between 100 and 150.
I don't buy it.
And it's 140. So now should be an easy fold from the aces. He's not going to like it, but he should be able to get away from it here. Multi-ways. If this was heads up, I could still see him calling, but multi-ways, he's got to know one of his opponents has him beat, and he makes the nice fold. Oh, 6 hearts available for Aho. Instead, it'll be a 7. And Chubs puts them all in. Yeah, Aho just left with ace high here, can't call. So Just Steve, perhaps going to wonder if his aces did get cracked. That's one of the great things about playing on the stream is he's going to know. He's going to get back, going to get to watch this, go back and watch it and see that, yes, indeed, his aces got cracked. Aces getting cracked for the 2nd time tonight for sure. Maybe 3rd time, but 2nd for sure. As I know, Adrian had his aces cracked earlier. He also got his kings cracked earlier as well. So I believe we're going to have a dealer change coming up here in the next couple of hands. And once we have that dealer change, we'll have exactly an hour to go in our stream.
Yo, just, I hope they show it, bro, because that's crazy. I want you all to see this. I want you to see the replay. Well, it looks like
So Just Steve just got his aces cracked. Going to be calling with the king crab. And we are going 7 ways to a flop. I believe Frank is not at his seat.
Bro, look at the chance setup for a field goal. Really, really bad.
Yeah, 7 ways. A king for both the Cajun Asian and Just Steve. Cajun Asian out in front right now. We'll check first to act. Mentiras, I believe, putting out a bet. Oh, actually, a Cajun Asian bet. Does go check on the turn. And we're going to have ourselves a chop pot. It's showing that's a 3 on the river, which is why the check mark is. But it's going to be a chop pot. It's kings. All right, the production crew get in the river corrected. For some reason, the card read that it was a 3, but we saw that it was a 7. So they got it corrected. So it's going to be kings and deuces with a jack kicker. Cajun Asian's kicker not playing.
Do another one? Huh? Frank, they're sitting down. They're not. They're playing. One of them's playing. Playing on the wrong day. Should bring a chick to come play. I have one in mind. Try season?
No, not November.
I don't think you try though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I got no hose.
Looking for a hoe.
Chubs with the natural 9, raising it up to 15. As you can see, Ashley waiting in the wing. So next hand she will be coming in.
You know I can't fold it.
I mean, if you see 9-3 under there,
No.
you wouldn't fold 9-3?
No, the fan.
Damn.
Straddle to the fan and gamble. Whatever you fucking do.
So we're going 5 ways to a flop.
9-3-3.
I don't think we've had a heads-up flop thus far. Yeah, we did have a heads-up flop. The Queens versus Frank had Queens earlier, or heads-up against Adrian.
We will never know.
Yeah.
We will never know. Hey, that hop over that 1 foot did not look kind of weird.
Oh shit.
Do you know the link for this or no? I can send it to you after if you want. You know which one it is, or you want to send it to you? I'll send it to you. No, he looked at Aldo like this. Like, what are you gonna do?
No, what you got?
Oh, I thought you said, what are you gonna do?
Wow. 7 was good, right?
Oh shit! I didn't expect that.
Jack 6.
Jack 7 of spades? Bye, good to Lucy.
He's not in the call.
Have a good day at work tomorrow.
Yeah. No. I'll give you 40.
Damn, where's everybody?
We're eating.
Have dinner.
Hey, I don't know why, but Bruce has been saying the whole word. Yeah, I don't know if I told something or something.
Unders!
He's back?
I said the
He's
under
back?
would've been better.
You say E?
No, but I'm just. I thought he was here.
Oh yeah, Frank, she's talking to her.
2 pairs?
She's talking to her by name.
2 pairs?
I had a gutter and
You just thought the turn was good?
well, I don't know. I was trying to get someone up for maybe a week. I don't think I know how to do it.
defend, or I put the big one to defend.
One fold.
Shut up.
Heads up.
What's going on?
Three.
Okay.
All right. So got the dealer change, and Cajun Asian finally winning with the tens.
Dude,
So exactly 1 hour to go in tonight's stream.
The guy with the canine dogs?
Yeah, yeah.
Fuckload. Yeah, he was breeding them. A ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, club.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he had a jackpot for like 5,000.
It's big.
Huh? You know? Well, anyways, him and Chach would deal there, and he would play once in a while to start the game. But him and Chach were like really good friends. Like they would fuck each other all the time.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was like quad deuces or something, right? Like you have to have quad deuces to win like 5,000.
Yeah.
Well, the flop, Miguel raises, Chach defends, whatever. The flop comes a deuce. The flop comes a deuce.
And he just.
And he, as soon as the flop comes, he's like, oh, shit, véngase. And then it's on Chach, and he just mucked. And he's like, no, espérate. And then the dealer's like, I mean, what do you want me to do? The hands over.
3 ways to the flop we go.
No, they didn't. I mean,
Actually,
they
heads
landed it,
up.
but he didn't. You wouldn't have hit it, but he just fucking mucked it, bro. Because he
Just
stood up.
Steve
He's like,
hit it
véngase.
2
And
pair.
he's like, you fucking mucked.
And it's just going to call the bet of Tres Mentiras. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Both players with 2 pairs now. And does just Steve raise it here?
He's a live one.
I know. They won both. They ran a point.
Yeah, here comes a raise from just Steve.
So 140.
It's a small raise, almost the min raise. Goes from 60 to 140.
He's a solid player. Joe?
You go for it.
Five calls.
So does Tres Mentiras get saved? The 6 of spades, the spade. Oh, Steve hits. Wow. I just realized Steve's hand. I knew he had 2 pair. I didn't realize he turned a flush draw. He rivers a flush draw, but the 75 is going to be too tempting for Tres Mentiras to call, and I don't blame him here. I think he's just going to call and not raise.
Service.
But he's going to
free
see
table.
Service, table 9.
that the spade might have actually saved him some chips on the river.
Not everybody at once.
Yeah, the 6 completed some straights, completed a flush.
Yeah, I'll take one.
Wow, look at him. He's ready to muck. So nice read by Tres Mentiras, but
Yes.
just getting too good of a price.
Fucking Omaha hand. 2 pair flush draw?
Yeah, flops 2 pair, turns a flush draw, and rivers the flush. Tres Mentiras was
Si tú lo quieres
in
recto.
bad shape,
Recto.
but got too good of a price to fold.
You can't see it.
Bro, regret. I want to buy the bonus cards.
Oh, you were looking at one, right?
Bro, a lot of them.
But there was
But
one
some of them were
that-
like 1,200, 1,000. I didn't want to do it. But then the other one was with that.
Honestly,
that
the one you were
Pablo.
looking at, there was a mosaic, I think.
Yeah, there's a Pablo one. He wanted to
I
buy. He wanted to get to me like 5K.
Oh, yeah.
I was like 4,200. Bro. Like,
didn't like that play.
Pablo doesn't budge. $5
Yeah, I
but
know.
straddle.
It's crazy that he doesn't even need to. Like, people just. Yeah.
5 calls.
I feel like
So
I
Bud
feel
and
like
Straddle
it's
here
so
from
small,
Chubs.
that's why. Like people just pay. Bo Nix, the quarterback for that guy right there.
Adrian raising it up with the Queen Jack suited.
There's a lot of them. There's like $200 ones, fucking $50 ones.
And Tres
There
Mentiras
was
just
two cards that I wanted. There was like $1,200.
lost a big hand. Gonna call with the worst jack.
And then there was a 5K.
And what a huge flop for Adrian. He might even check this back.
Instant.
No,
But
he-
there was like,
he's gonna
it's
bet
like
it
a
take.
big in between.
But flops a straight draw, flops a flush draw. Doesn't get tricky, just goes with it.
I didn't get it. No. The first time I had saw him, that Goose had this show.
So Carlos
he
up
wanted, like,
almost
$6
$800.
Then he went down to like 5K.
Adrian up almost $700. And Cho, who has been very splashy. I don't know if that number's correct because I do know he rebought, but he's been very splashy and pretty sure it's worked out for him thus far. Chubs, I know he's in for 1,200, so he's actually only up $100. Ajo not at his seat. He will get dealt in. Would have had pocket fives. Cajun Asian raising it up to 15. His cards have not scanned yet. Right, his card's getting scanned. Oh, Chubs 3-bet in here to 40 with the pocket eights.
You leave me? Or I'll be there or not?
Cajun Asian makes the call. And we are going heads up. 50-50.
Check.
Cajun Asian checking dark. The ace does arrive for Chubs, who will probably put out a small continuation bet. In Chubs' defense, he's betting all of his range here. Whatever came out on the flop, if it got checked, he was going to bet. Cajun Asian knows that, which is one of the reasons why he calls, even though there's an ace on the board. I don't think the Cajun Asian can continue now that a second overcard has appeared. Oh, and Chubs checks it back. Cajun Asian just hoping that his opponent checks the river, but I don't think his opponent is going to check the river. He might put out a $2 bet on the river here. No, he checks. Chubs might size big, and he does just that. Sizes big. Announces all in. Oh, Cajun Asian made the call. He thought that his, wait. I actually had their hands flipped. I apologize. I thought Cajun Asian had the eights. But as I said, Chubs on the flop, he put on a 3-bet, so he was going to be betting the flop no matter what. And Cajun Asian checking the river, open the door for Chubs to put on a bluff with the eights. So Chubs put in the Cajun Asian to a test, and he does pass the test on the river.
$5 live straddle.
We do have a under the gun straddle here from Adrian. Cajun Asian just had an ace last hand, going to be folding this ace. Cho back in his seat, calling with the suited jack. Chubs just losing the last hand, jumping right back in, raising it up with the 8-4 offsuit.
Oh,
It's a pretty ugly hand. Frank with the suited connectors. Cho with the jack high here, the only player with a face card. And it's going to be nothing but high cards.
what? Hair? Oh no. They put a love spell on you.
And Chubs, who raised pre-flop, is going to continue to tell his story. And Cho is not ready to give up on his gut shot. And now he turns a double gutter and a flush draw. Pretty much the best card that Cho can hit without making his hand. Chubs actually now has the best hand with the 8s. And he's gonna slide out another bet here. So Cho calling with just the gut shot, needed a king. Now he has a double gut shot, a king or a 9, and a spade works. 420 in the pot, as Chubb's gonna wind up with the best hand. And does he put out another bet here? If he bets, he's gonna bet big, I think. He bets 200. And Cho, missing everything. Not gonna be able to call here with just Jack High. He can raise, but you can't call here with Jack High. Cho can't believe that he missed all his outs. Flopped the gut shot, turned the world. Chubs thinks that he got away with something, but he had the best hand.
Sorry, Dirty.
Which of course leads to the question, if you're bluffing with the best hand, then are you really bluffing?
Was it value? Yeah.
It's gonna be a $10
The graphics Isaac's gonna say that the graphics card is ready.
Oh, is that what I need? Hey,
Done, butter.
I'm okay.
Frank with the $10 button straddle. Adrian is going to be calling out of the big blind. Aho also calling. He's back in his seat. And a small raise here from the Cajun Asian, basically a min raise. And Cho with the aces just making the call. I don't see anybody 3-betting here.
4 calls, 5 calls. 6 calls.
So Cho just calling with the aces
Like the
here.
other one? No?
As we are going 6 ways to a flop. And it is going to be king high. So Aho hits the king. The ace is still out in front. But Aho going all in here. And he's going to have to get lucky.
Don't tell me with a good time.
Going to need a hit a 5. He does have some running possibilities. Can go runner straight. Cho now going all in with the aces.
You saw what he did?
And Frank might have called Aho, but he cannot call 2 players. So they're running it twice. Aho gonna have 2 chances, or 4 chances, I guess, to hit the king or the 5, and also go runner 2 pair. Oh, a tray works now. There's the 5. And that's, now he can only hit a king. Now he can only hit a king. So it's going to be a chop pot as they run it twice. And something that I like to say, because it's true, you can only get lucky once. I myself am not a fan of running it twice, but it is a player preference.
Yo te voy a mencionar,
So this is just a 1-2 game, and we've had 4 pots over $700 thus far. So another reason why I don't like running it twice, and I'm sure you have encountered this one person at the table that if they're ahead, then they won't run it twice, but if they're behind, they will run it twice. It's pretty much common courtesy. If you run it twice once, you should always run it twice, but a lot of times people are not courteous at the poker table. Oh, Frank put in a move on here. He's done this a couple of times tonight, and he's ran into it every time. It doesn't look like he's going to run into it here. Oh, yeah, he's going to run into it again. Adrian with the jacks here.
So 1/3.
So Frank's timing has just been off tonight.
30.
A lot of times when he's making a move, it's going to work most of the time. But I know one of the times he made a move, he ran into aces, and now he's running into jacks. Yeah, he's going to cut his losses.
What hand is this?
So 4 players have not 3-bet tonight. A little surprising.
You still playing bad hands?
$5
You
button
got
spot.
Frank.
You got what?
You got Frank.
$5 button straddle as the Cajun Asian has the suited 1-gapper. And he's going to put on a raise. Gets immediately 3-bet by Cho with the King 10 offsuit. Thresidas with the pocket pair will make the call. And you gotta love Texas poker, as we are going 5 ways to a 3-bet pot here. Best hand right now, the pocket 5s, but you can see the best equity is Adrian with the Queen Jack of clubs. The ace arrives somehow 5 ways, nobody has an ace. Cho, who did put on the 3-bet, does have the best hand right now with the 10, and he's gonna bet, kind of a small bet here,
Your name was Carlos?
about a 20% bet.
You play a lot or no? Oh, you started? Where do you usually play?
So the small bet gonna get called by 3 players. 5 ways to the flop, 4 ways to the turn. Let's see a club. It is a 4. The Cajun Asian now making a pair,
Fuck yeah, really?
but Cho still leading the way.
It all started with his wife sent him to like check on him,
1 bet.
and then like, he was watching. He's like, hey, you know, fuck it, I'm gonna play with your place. Yeah. And then now he's the best.
And Cho gonna put out another small bet here.
There's no girls involved.
Cajun Asian called with 6 high. Now hits a pair, so now he pretty much has to call. He was looking for the 5 of clubs on the turn.
Does your sister?
Instead, he made a pair, but he's getting too good of a price to fold.
Adrian la pedía. So they don't understand it at all.
But he does indeed make the fold. Thought that somebody might have 2 pair already. And Cho, who 3-bet this pot with King 10 offsuit, is going to wind up with the best hand, and he's going to
John, I've seen a lot of colors.
a final here.
Black and white just looks clean.
105. 105.
Well, like if you did like a.
So very rare that you see this in regards to somebody 3-betting,
On your hoodie,
somebody betting the flop,
shirt, that'd be badass.
the turn, and the river.
Big. I think it looks
But
good.
Cho betted every street, and he will take down the pot.
You should look at it, see how it looks.
So Carlos out in front, but both him and Cho with over $1,000 in their stack.
Maybe a $5 live straddle.
We do have a $5 live Stratos. I believe that's Chubs put in the $5 on. I believe Cho is going to be the small blind. Yeah, so $5 under the gun straddle from Chubs. Looks like Carlos is going to call with the 8-6 offsuit.
You still there?
Yes.
Goose.
4 calls.
I thought you had a long day.
6 calls.
I thought you had a long day tomorrow.
7 calls. 8 calls. 9 calls.
4? Oh, yeah.
4 calls. 2 calls.
Pretty sure Chubbs is going to check his option here with the king 6.
Check it.
And he does just that. But we're going 5 ways to the flop.
No. Arturo's in.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5th.
50 or check?
Jack high flop as Cho flops top pair with a gut shot. Just the flopping bottom pair with a gut shot. Carlos open-ended.
Victor.
And Chubbs with nada will make the fold. 3 ways to the turn we go.
Okay, you go to the 8.
I'm gonna take them.
Is there a gun?
Cho still out in front. He is first to act. And he's going to put out another bet. Looks like 40. So just over half pot.
Hey, he knows the game's breaking. He's like, hey, let me go back.
Just Steve with his parent straight draw comes along. Carlos with his open ender also coming along.
That's why Fetch hasn't been here. Huh? Buddy, I sent him a text for the stream. I'm not gonna play until the next year. I'm like, yeah, build your bank account.
And the ace of diamonds coming on the river will probably freeze the action. It's probably going to go check, check, check. Oh, what's this? Steve put it on a bluff. The problem is, Cho does not like to fold.
4 calls.
I think Cho's going to look him up here. Doesn't like to fold, has top pair. Got downgraded on the river.
I literally get upset with myself the next day.
But he does not like to fold. He's reaching for the calling chips.
I mean, I'm only going because I'm drunk.
And he does indeed make the call. So nice thought to bluff from Steve, but certain players are easier to bluff. And Cho's not one of those players.
Thank you. He's my friend. It was funny. That's why as soon as you get to the like that, everything else.
So you can see the kings getting cracked for one of the largest pots. The jacks also getting cracked, so both jacks and kings getting cracked for 2 of the 4 largest pots. And then we had the straight flush versus the ace high flush.
He's a cool guy.
And we had the open ender versus the open ender as the other large pot.
Oh, baby.
Both players flop open ender with the king, queen. Aho's all in with the ace as the ace rag. And let's see if anybody looks him up.
That's what I said in the meeting. Dre, that's what I said in the meeting, Dre. Fucking Steve.
Oh,
One folds,
I
two
didn't see it. I didn't see it.
Exactly.
Oh.
three folds, four folds,
Tres Mentiras making the call with King High here.
five folds.
Ajo out in front right now.
Grams.
Gonna win this 2 out of 3 times.
I had 10 shots. Hearts.
Oh, Tres Mentiras hits his king.
Queen.
Nah.
Down to an ace.
Arturo wins.
Tres
King high.
Mentiras
Open up.
As dos.
will
Nah.
win with the king. It sounded like the table was actually rooting for Ajo there, but Ajo will rebuy. So he's coming back in for 200.
Like a drug.
So I do realize we picked up some viewers from our Houston location as they were streaming earlier.
If the camera is right here, they'll see you. So
They were streaming.
Oh yeah, the camera's on Frank. Go ahead. And we're
They were streaming Big O earlier. So if you were watching that stream, well, welcome to the Texas Card House Rio Grande. We are one of 6 Texas Card House locations located across the state of Texas.
Yeah, I told him right
One
now,
of 4 streaming locations. As I said, the next scheduled stream is going to be on Saturday. The location from Dallas will be streaming their Big One tournament.
Three calls.
Carlos with the 10s should be raising it up, and he is.
Four raises. 70. I'm sorry.
Looks like a big raise here from Carlos.
Not even drinking. You want one?
Six folds.
Like a baby.
Did size it up since he's going to be out of position. And looks like he's going to take it down. A raise and take. Haven't seen that in a while.
You don't want one? I'll get you one.
Oh,
Yeah, so I was talking earlier, there was actually 2 streams on Monday as the Austin location hosting the Poker Atlas series. They streamed their progressive bounty tournament, and the location
Me and Frank ordered
Dallas.
drink one.
Once a month they have the even bigger one, so they stream that on Monday.
8 live.
Hello, mira.
$8 live straddle.
I don't know what you're saying.
Jordan, you didn't understand.
Un caldo de torta.
no, I understand what he said. It's the second time he says it.
Carlos, he keeps talking to me in Spanish.
7 calls. 8 folds.
So $8 under the gun straddle from Frank.
2 calls.
Chubs on the button here, raising it up.
I knew it. I knew it. Look, Arturo, yo sabía y te quería pagar.
200.
Oh, Chubbs making the call here with 8 high. Raises the 40. Ajo goes all in with the ace 10.
Fair fight.
Suerte.
And once again, Ajo out in front right now. Oh, Chubbs flops a straight.
Chop it up.
Chubbs flopping a straight with the 8-6.
Oh.
Go, Georgie, go, Georgie.
Go, Georgie. Nice job, Georgie.
So Ajo gonna have to rebuy.
I know. Morales.
So if you don't know what a progressive bounty is, I had kind of heard about it, but never really played one. So I didn't know how how it broke down. But the way they were doing it is that, so the normal bounty tournament, pretty easy to understand. You knock out a player, you collect their bounty. So at the beginning of the tournament, let's say everybody has a $25 bounty on their head or a $100 bounty, whatever number. So you knock out that player, well, you get their bounty, whatever that's valued at.
10 on the button.
The way the progressive works is that you knock out the
Alexis.
player,
Alexis. Alexis.
however many bounties they've collected,
Alexis.
you get those bounties. You get half of them. So half of them go in your pocket, the other half become part of your bounty. So take, for example, you're playing a tournament, the bounty's $100.
What's his drink?
You knock somebody out, well, you will add $50 to your stack and you will pocket $50.
Don't tell him.
And then if somebody knocks you out,
No, he's here. He's here.
then they will add $75 to their stack and put $75 in their pocket. So once these players got down to the final table, I mean, they had a couple of $1,000s of bounties on them. So it does make for an interesting dynamic. And like I said, on Tuesday, there was a double stream on this channel. 2 different tournaments. One was from Dallas, one was from Austin. You can check that out later on, as we still got about another half hour to go on tonight's stream.
¿Se fue? He left?
I'm trying to find a ride.
The 7 kicker is going to play here. Kings and 8s with the 7 kicker.
Where? For the game?
So Aho, who has lost 2 straight all-ins, is going to win this pot with a 7 kicker. Kings and 8s with a 7 kicker wins about a $200 pot.
King 3? What the fuck? Oh my god. Seis.
Yeah. Ah, wait.
$10.
Wow, 5.
Cinco. Habla automático. Carlos.
¿Quieres más cerveza? Be a $10
So it's showing Frank is the only one in the negative, but I'm
Él quiere
pretty sure that's not right.
Okay.
Para mí, échale limoncito, dale.
Alrededor.
No,
Y derechas hasta abajo para que...
no,
Ah, ok.
nomás un limón.
Con limón.
Para chuparla, pues. ¿Te gusta?
No, para la... ¿Va a chupar?
7 calls. 8
Did you do that, John?
All right, so I mentioned that we get between 80 and 100 hands in,
Oh, that's still like 45.
and we're going to get up to hand number 89.
calls. 5 raises to 50. 7 folds. 9 calls. 3 calls.
So we still have 6 hands to go for tonight's stream. So last 15 minutes of the stream coming your way, as we do have a jack high flop, real good flop for the queens of Thresidas. You can see this pot already has over $200 in it. Thresidas flicks out 75. Cajun Asian calling. Cajun Asian with just the 7. No backdoor diamonds available.
Check.
Everybody doing okay?
He does check again. Let's see if Thresidas puts out another bet. He's going to go all in.
How much is it?
Cajun Asian trying to figure it out here, but this is going to be too much for him to call.
The last time of the stream.
No? No, I haven't.
Thresidas telling him no, don't call. Is he flipping a coin? Because those coins are the same thing on each side. He does let it go.
No, show it.
Over here. Call.
He will show the queens.
He's getting ready. ¿Verdad? Hello? You getting ready for the strippers? A ver.
There are the coolers. Definitely straight flush versus ace high flush.
Y luego llega el pinche el strip club y no vas a dar tu teléfono ahí.
Do it every time.
Tomando historias y luego.
Then you have the 2 pair versus the 2 pair as well.
It's gonna be an $8 button straddle. $8 on the button.
No va a comprar algo. Thresidas.
Frank with the $8 button straddle here.
Ah,
You can see Adrian not at his seat.
One fold,
Sí, la zanahoria y el otro.
3 fold,
¿Cuánto es?
what's in an order?
Carrot.
a carrot.
Carrot. Carrot.
No, yeah, it's good. No, that was good. That was good. I didn't know that.
¿Cuánto es?
A carrot.
Zanahoria.
A carrot. 5 calls.
Why the fuck is carrot?
Caldo, ¿cómo dice caldo?
Ah, okay, sí. Porque se está tardando mucho.
So 4 ways to a flop of ace high, 2 clubs. Nobody with an ace. Ajo with the jack, but he's gonna check.
8 checks. I mean, I'm sorry. 4 checks, 5 checks, 6 checks.
Three.
7 checks, 4 checks, 5 checks, 6 checks.
And it goes check all the way around again.
Oh, done?
The jack high gonna, jack 9 gonna be the best hand. But it's gonna go check one last time.
6 checks. Open up. We got a jack.
Right? Did you?
Cheers.
Jack. Big jack.
Once again, hand number 89.
Cheers.
Thank you.
¿Por qué no está abajo? Hasta abajo.
Oh,
Ya no,
So Ajo with the 76% VPIP, that's voluntarily put money in the pot. So that means that the player is either limping, he's straddling, he's raising pre-flop, or calling raises pre-flop.
I'm gonna deal you in.
Just take a look at least.
no los miras, güey. No los miras.
Essentially, it means
Va a
that
mirar 9-8-0.
the player is
Salió.
playing on the looser side.
Adiós.
Everybody in at least 35%. Looks like Cho going to be cashing out early with his Rugrats jacket.
I don't think I can help myself. Yeah.
Carlos with the ace-king,
Oh shit.
raising it up. Oh, Frank just calling here with the ace-queen. So nice flat call by Frank here. So Carlos
Who's coming?
has Frank dominated, and Frank has Thresidas dominated.
Nobody.
9 fold.
So Frank can't hit an ace. Thresidas can't hit a queen. Got all the letters accounted for. And it is going to be a jack high flop as Thresidas
A couple things.
outflops both his opponents, hitting top pair with an open ender.
So his
4
production
bets.
crew can see it.
30.
Second, there's no electronic devices. So you're gonna get on your phone or text messages.
5 calls.
Yeah, I think Frank is just going to call here. The king makes him the stone cold nuts. A spade also helps him. It's that the board pairs. Carlos not done betting. A little surprised he would put out a second bet here once he got called by both opponents.
ODVIE.
And Frank,
OD, 2 letters. Yeah.
gonna make a move here.
Goes all in. All in for 259.
Does he have enough chips to get Thresidas to fold? He's all in for 259. I know that.
Oh, you want to fight or what?
Oh, Carlos calling here with Ace King.
4 calls. And 5.
So somehow Carlos is out in front with the Ace King. Wow, Carlos is going to win this pot with Ace King. Wow, Thresidas just realizing that he would have won. And Frank cannot believe he got called by Ace King in this spot. I mean, I can't believe it. I see it, and I still can't believe it. I'm very interested on if Thresidas would have called Frank's all in, but once Carlos called, he wasn't able to call. I do understand that part. But if Carlos would have folded, I wonder if Thresidas would have called.
Barrels.
All right, Frank coming back. We do have 3 hands to go.
Verdes, por favor. You want red?
What a crazy call by Carlos. And sometimes it's crazy bad, and sometimes it's crazy good. This time it was crazy good.
I thought you were gonna get him.
Sounds like my ex.
Rest of the frame.
So Ace King is back. This time Steve with the Ace King. Just Steve. And he's going to raise it, looks like, to 16.
3 calls. 16. 8 calls. 4 calls. 5 calls.
So Frank jumping back in, but he'll let go of the 9-4.
7.
Aho will make the call with the Jack-7. Adrian back in his seat with the suited 3-deuce.
9 calls.
They call the 3-deuce the skinny in Reno.
Is that Steve?
So we're going 5 ways to a flop,
5 players.
as it's going to be a queen high flop. Nobody with a queen.
1 check. 9 checks.
The pocket 5 still out in front right now, but the Jack-7 of Aho with the best equity. You get it a Jack-7 or a 10. It will go check around. And the ace does arrive for Steve. $82 in the pot. It is a very coordinated board, but he is going to slide out a bet here.
What up, Danny?
35.
Well,
3 calls. 35.
Honor, I kept you on the list for the 1-3. There's a seat open in case you know what I mean.
9 calls.
All right, so it looks like we have somebody taking seat 1 here. As we do have 2 hands to go. He did play the big blind. Did not see his name. Taking Cho's seat. Cho cashing out a little bit early. OD. It's going to be OD.
We have $7 buttons.
And the Cajun Asian going to put a $7 button straddle on.
huh? No, sorry.
And I believe OD called the $7 in the dark.
2 calls. 3 calls.
He was in for $1. And And looks like Carlos going to be checking out early.
Cada semana.
7 folds, 8 folds.
Frank raising it up to 40 with the pretty Jack 10 of spades.
No, 6 raises to 40.
Cajun Asian squeezing his cards. We'll let it go.
7 folds, 8 folds, 9 folds, 1 fold, and 2 folds.
And Frank will take it down. All right, last hand of the stream coming up.
What does that mean?
Carlos, your big winner tonight. Over $1,000 in profit in this 1-2 game. It's kind of crazy. I think this is maybe the 4th time we've had 1-2. And every time somebody cashes out at least $1,000 profit.
Oh, cuate, dijiste cuate.
What? He's getting a shirt, I think.
Hit on the button.
¿Es ahí?
Yeah.
2 calls. 3 folds,
They're coming
5
out level.
folds.
So OD put in the $10 button straddle on. Just Steve going to make the call with the suited ace. Ajo coming in as well.
Oh, pues vámonos, porque todavía está mal. 9 folds.
What? Good.
So last hand of the stream coming up, coming at you.
3 players.
King high flop, 2 hearts.
7 checks. 1 bets 15. 2 calls. 7 calls.
Okay, boy.
2 pair for Ajo.
7 bets.
And surprisingly, we're not going to see fireworks the final 15 minutes of the stream.
30.
OD put in a bluff on here.
Ask that thing, what hand is it?
Second one, honestly. 89. Actually, 2 fold. Adrian, sacado de la mesa. Okay. Everyone's getting it.
Oh, OD's going to hit it straight with the queen 4.
7 bets 35. 1 raises to 1
And here comes the race.
and 7 calls. Open up.
Yeah, so we do see an interesting hand, the last hand of the stream. OD going to hit a straight, getting called by 2 pair. And I believe Chubs is in the broadcasting booth, so yeah, Chubs is in his seat. I think he's in the broadcasting booth, so he can wrap up the stream and upper right-hand corner there, end stream.